Yo! What is good, Sixer Nation, Philly Take Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Best community in the world. Happy Monday. You thought we'd be here at 7 Eastern like normal, huh? You thought we'd be here later tonight. Well, you're in store for a surprise. Sixers game moved up in the day. Snowstorm, no problem. Outside shoveling, drinking hot chocolate, off of work from home, they say? Nah, Sixers and Hornets. Big matchup. Gonna be a good one today as the Sixers start off a 4-game week. The first of a back-to-back. Second game in 4 days. Tomorrow will be 3 games in 4 days. Going to be an interesting one, man. I don't know how I feel. Sixers back out on the road after a 6-game home stretch. Break it all down, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes, man. Welcome on in, and thank you all for being here. Get active in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's up, y'all. You know what time it is. Even when the games get moved to a different time, your boy RB makes it on time. That's what we do, man. Consistent coverage every single game. We don't miss. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon if you are tapping in on the East Coast, or good morning wherever you are tapping in from. Welcome in to Philly Take with RB. It is the 76ers Game Day Live Show presented by our friends at National University. And as always, we are powered by the Sleeper app. We have the 24 and 20 Philadelphia 76ers back on the road as they travel down to Charlotte to take on the 18 and 28 Charlotte Hornets. This is the #1 Sixers Game Day Live Show. We give you pregame, live game, postgame coverage. That includes our staple play-by-play and reactions and our analysis as it all goes down. We'll read out your comments in real time. We'll take your phone calls after the game. We'll read the live stats, and we will give you the live game coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to do me one favor and one favor only. Go right down below as you are entering the show. I need everybody today. Hit that thumbs up. This is not a normal time for the stream. YouTube and the algorithm work in time slots. So because this is not our normal time slot, they're not going to push this out to as many people. That's why I need everybody to hit that thumbs up. That way YouTube recognizes people are in this show. People like this show. We'll push it out to more people. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 51K. We are almost there. We're about 60 away. And lastly, be sure to turn on the noties. That way you don't miss any of these shows. If you're in here right now, you probably have notifications on. Shout out to you. Don't miss any of our videos as well. Dropped the video last night regarding a specific trade that I think is going to come soon. And we also drop shorts after every single game. So check it out. Hit the noties. Don't miss it. And be sure to follow us on all platforms. Good news and bad news. The bad news is I didn't get to it in time because this game got pushed up today. The good news is that the link tree will be coming soon. I finally got my account back after they reinstated me, after they wrongly got rid of me. More updates to come on that. But for now, follow us on IG and TikTok at Philly Take with RB. Follow us on Facebook at Philly Take with RB. And make sure to follow me on Twitter/X at RB Philly Take. Last but not least, shout out to the members in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to the channel members. If you want to become a member, support the show, get all the emojis, get the loyalty badges, and get your name highlighted, go ahead and hit that join button down below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Sixers pregame live show, and I got to be honest with you, I'm a little worried about this game. Now, we'll start off with the injury report. Because it is a back-to-back, no Joel Embiid in this game, no Paul George. They are out with injury management. We already know the spiel there, so I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Sixers coming off a tough loss against the New York Knicks. They got absolutely screwed by the referees. Sixers still are the reason they lost the game. 13 points in the third quarter, didn't rebound. Speaking of rebounds, Sixers did not play Andre Drummond. Talked about him in a video yesterday. And he is starting today because Joel Embiid is not playing. So Drummond will get to play today. But obviously they're kind of going away from him. But with that being said, no Paul George, no Joel Embiid. It's going to be Barlow and Drummond in the starting five with Maxey, VJ, and Kelly Oubre. As for the Charlotte Hornets, they're pretty healthy. Colin Sexton was dealing with an injury. He is available for this game. Liam McNeely, who was their first-round pick, sharpshooter, he is in the G League. Everybody else seems good to go. Mason Plumlee is out. He's been out for a while. Other than that, pretty healthy Charlotte team. And if we look at this Charlotte team, they've won 4 out of 6 games. They are 18-28, which is pretty good, considering where the Charlotte Hornets have been the last couple of years. But even better than the 18-28, they have a really good young core that they're finally establishing. They have obviously LaMelo Ball, who's averaging 19, 7.6 dimes, and 5 boards. They have Brandon Miller, former top pick or top 3 pick, who's averaging 20, 4.4 boards, 3.5 assists. And then they have the 4th overall pick from this draft, right after VJ Edgecombe, in Con Knipple. And Con Knipple is on an absolute tear this year. He's averaging 18.9 points per game, 5.5 boards, 3.5 assists, shooting lights out. They have Colin Sexton, who is a really good 6-man. He's averaging 14.8 points a game. They drafted Ryan Kalkbrenner in the 2nd round, a guy that we liked. He's a backup big. Has done a really good job for them, has started a lot this year. He's averaging 8 and 6 boards. So they have a lot of guys. I mean, they have Trey Mann. They have Josh Green. They don't even really play Pat Connaughton. They don't play, or they haven't played Trey Mann for a couple games. They drafted Tadon Salwan last year in the top 6. They don't even play him. He's pretty much, I mean, I don't want to call him a bust, but right now he looks like one. My point is the Charlotte Hornets, for once, finally have a lot of talent. And they have a lot of guard play. And the Sixers are going to feature a lot of guard play in this game. This is going to be a game where Tyrese Maxey has to assert his will. Maxey has been playing, I'm not going to say horrible lately, but he has looked lethargic. We'll put it that way. And he did admit a couple games ago that he is feeling tired. But again, when Joel Embiid and Paul George can't play back-to-backs, and these guys are in and out, it puts more of a burden on Maxey. Now, Maxey has to step up. Like today has to be a game where Maxey takes over. And VJ Edgecombe has to take over as well. Now, in the first and only matchup this season, it was the 2nd game of the year. Sixers beat the Hornets 125-121. Ended up being a really good game. Maxey had 28, 9, and 6 in that game. VJ had 15, 8, and 6, and 3 steals and a block. And Joel had 24 and 2. And Kelly Oubre had 19. So Oubre, I think, needs to have a big game. Obviously, Maxey and VJ got to get back in that groove. Now, again, they're playing a different style of basketball today. It's going to be much more high-paced. We'll talk about the Hornets' offense again in a second, but I think the Sixers have to go into Charlotte and match that intensity. And it's crazy. I can't remember the last time that I thought going into a game against the Hornets that they would actually have a chance against the 76ers, but I think they have a real chance of winning this game. I think they have been playing really good basketball. And if we go to my favorite stats, the offensive rating, the Hornets are actually 6th in the NBA. Now, again, if you only look at points scored per game, they're actually 17th. But with offensive rating, which takes into account efficiency, how efficient are the points, right? Not garbage time, things like that. Hornets are number 6 in offensive rating. So they have a really prolific offense right now, led by LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Concanipple. Concanipple is kind of just that connector piece in a lot of ways. Very smart player. On the defensive side, though, the Hornets sit at number 20. Number 20 in defensive rating. So not really good of a defensive team. I'm not saying they're some great team, but they are much better than they have been in recent years. The Sixers are 11th in defensive rating right now. It's where they've been, and they're 15th in offensive rating, also where they've been. So how can the Sixers win this game today? What's the keys, right? Well, they have to slow down the guard tandem. I think Maxey has to be aggressive from the jump. And I want to see VJ be aggressive from the jump. I feel like VJ's been way too passive. I feel like they've been running the offense strictly through Joel. Then Maxey tries to take over in the fourth quarter. Paul George has been disappearing in the second half of games. And yeah, we'll see what happens. This is a really big game for Andre Drummond to show like, hey, you should still be playing me. I think we all know that he should be playing. But I think the Sixers are preparing to trade him, which again, I talked about in a video yesterday, so check that out. Other than that, what did I want to say? Anything else on these teams? What else? Charlotte's a pretty good rebounding team. They're actually top 10 in rebounding. Ryan Kalkbrenner, like I said, really good second-round pick. They actually haven't been starting him every game. They've been starting, names blanking, Diabate. Diabate, second-round pick back in 2022. He's averaging 8.3 boards a game. Has taken a bit of a defensive leap this year as well. So they kind of got that Diabate, Kalkbrenner tandem going with their bigs. They still have Grant Williams, which is like a funny player to me. Like he doesn't play a lot of minutes. Grant Williams is hard to describe when you think about his career, but I feel like the Hornets just have like a lot of leftover guys, you know, the Josh Greens and the Grant Williams, but they still have talent, you know. You can't just sidestep them and throw them to the trash anymore and be like, oh, this is an easy win. So we'll see, man. Let's see. Let's check 3-point percentage. Charlotte top 10 in 3-point percentage. I mean, again, the stats show that this is a very capable team. They're top 5 or top 6 in free throw percentage, right behind the 76ers. Like I said, they're lacking a lot on the defensive side. I think they're lacking size and athleticism, but offensively, like I said, I think Maxey and Oubre and VJ are going to have to put a clamp, to be quite simple, on Concanipple, LaMelo Ball, and Brandon Miller. So this is a big game for Maxey's defensive campaign as well. A lot of the weirdo Sixer fans on Twitter were like crowning themselves last game because Maxey didn't play well defensively. There are real people in this fan base who claim to be Sixer fans that want to see Maxey fail because they're in love with Joel Embiid. It's very weird. And, you know, they like prey on Maxey's downfall every chance they get. So I'm hoping that Maxey comes out and has like a 5-steal game or whatever and, you know, really clamps up. And same thing with VJ Edgecombe. Other than that, that's really all I got for this game. So go ahead and give me your thoughts down below, initial thoughts on this game. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Why is RB live at 3 p.m. Eastern here on the East Coast? The Sixers game got moved up today because of the snowstorm. Depending where you're at, you might have seen around 2 feet of snow on the ground today or last night, or you may have been out there shoveling it. So, yeah, man, that's why this game got moved up today. And tomorrow night's game is still scheduled at 8 p.m. Eastern against the Milwaukee Bucks. We have not had any word that that will be moved. However, the Sixers do have to travel for that game. So if there's any updates, make sure you follow us on all socials, and we will keep you updated on that. Guys, we have over 100 people in the chat. We only have 30 likes. I really need y'all to hit the thumbs up today because we need to tell YouTube that we are live. When you don't stream during your normal time slot, it doesn't really push it out to as many people. So I need y'all to hit the thumbs up. That way YouTube can catch wind of this, put it in the algo, and you know, we can get a bunch of people in here. All right, we will go to the chat over here in just a second. Before we do that, got to give a shout out to our great partners of the show over at Sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, don't sleep on the game with Sleeper. You already know about Sleeper, man. They are your one-stop shop. You can get all the sports news, the updates, the alerts right at your fingertips, fastest scores in real time. You can even play in fantasy leagues, and you can win real money on picks contests. Every game we pick anywhere from 2 to 8 of our favorite players, pregame, live, or across different sports. All you have to do is pick the overs or the unders of the predicted stats. You can make entries in 30 seconds or less with a $1 minimum. And on Sleeper, you can get up to 1,000 times your payout if your picks win. Last night, I was tracking closely a parlay on the football games, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, you can choose across sports, a lot of fun. Just trying to pick the overs or the unders. It's like a game with inside the game. Use our code Philly, take it a $100 match on your first deposit up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational in over 25 states. Please gamble responsibly. And we are going to make our picks for this game. So let's see what we got cooking today. We were 1 of 4 last game. Not a good one for me. Maxey over 30.5. Kind of feeling the over on that against the subpar Charlotte defense. I want to pick one of the Charlotte guys to go over on the points, try to reverse jinx them. I think I'm going to go with Brandon Miller. I think I'm going to go the over and try to jinx him. What else? Let's see. VJ Edgecombe. How many points for VJ Edgecombe in this game? 17.5. I feel like VJ can go over, man. I think he's going to emerge today. It seems like when Joel and PG don't play, VJ kind of takes, or VJ kind of takes that personal. Is like, you know what? I got to be the guy. So I'm going to take VJ on the over. I could see Kelly going over. Drummond I could see going over, but I'm going to go to rebounds because the Sixers have been getting absolutely cooked on the boards. Drummond at 8.5. I think he easily goes over that. So those are the 4 picks we're going to make. It is that easy. We just made our parlay. Use that promo code Philly. Take it a 100% deposit match up to $100 over on the Sleeper app. We will check back during halftime of this game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially time for our final score predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to drop it in the chat right now. Who is going to win this game? What will the final score be? Who will lead the game in points? And how many points will they have? Once again, who will win this game? What will the final score be? Who will the leading scorer be? And how many points will they have? Give me your thoughts in the chat. I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't know which way to go on this game. Because the last couple of times that we have seen the Sixers play without Joel and PG, it's kind of like a complete mindset shift. And let's be honest, they've struggled kind of getting into that. Also, the Sixers are on the road, though, where they do play a lot better than at home, which is very surprising to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to pick this game. Plus, it's like, I do think you also have to take into account like the weird timing of the game at 3 p.m. in the afternoon after being moved from 7 to 3. So I do think a lot of these things can kind of mess you up, especially traveling wise. So I don't know. I don't feel necessarily good about this game. Charlotte is actually the favorite in this game by a couple points. I think it's going to be a toss-up, man. And sadly, I think it's going to once again raise our blood pressure at the end of the game. I think it's going to come down to like 1 or 2 scores. But I don't know. Something is telling me that the Sixers have to bounce back after losing that game to the New York Knicks. It was a very frustrating loss, and I don't even want to divert to the New York Knicks, but the reaction on social media from their fans acting like they just won the championship, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I know we were hyped when we beat the Knicks earlier this year, but the things that they were saying, about Joel Embiid, it was nasty, man. I have no respect for the Knicks fans. Regardless, I think the Sixers have to bounce back. I think they have to bounce back. I think they're going to win this game. I think it's going to be very close, but I think Maxey will go on one of his heroic runs. I think VJ is going to really fill up the stat sheet. Another reason I say that is because VJ has played well against Cooper Flagg this year, and he likes to play well against the top picks in the draft because he wants to make a statement. So I'm going to say the Sixers win in a high-scoring game, something like 117 to 113. And I think Tyrese Maxey is going to lead the game. I think he's going to have a big one. I'm going to say 38 points for Maxey. 38 for Maxey. Sixers win it 117 to 113. That will be my final score prediction. But it's going to be close. All right, let's go over to the live chat. What do you guys think, man? What do you think about this game? Let's see. DLC says 122 to 112 Philly. Vincent says 140 to 134 Sixers. Vic says 112-97. Karen, what's going on? 114-108 Sixers. Maxey with 40. Timothy says 127-119 Sixers win. Busy B, what's good? I knew Busy would report for duty. 112-104 Sixers. Maxey with 30. Pure Philly Pain says Sixers pull out a squeaker. 123 to 118. Maxey 36. Banj says 123-113. Broom with 36. My guy's in the G League, bro. Busy B, what's good? Don Boyle says 118-109. Maxey with 42. John Monroe says Sixers 111-108. Maxey 35. 50 Ton says Sixers 113 to 108. What else? What else we got? 125-119 Sixers says Jad. Cool J says reverse psych time. Hornets 121-111. Ball with 29. So Cool J is picking the Hornets in reverse psychology mode. I like it. Pure Philly Pain, Maxey 36. Hey, bro, it's your favorite Raps fan here again. Looking forward to seeing your stream today. What are your thoughts on the Raps? They just went 4-1 on the West road trip. I think the Raps are a good team. Don't know if they're great. I think they're a feel-good team right now. But in the wide open Eastern Conference, man, I think anybody is there to grab it. So I'm really interested to see what happens at the trade deadline. Whichever team really makes, a couple good moves, I think, upgrades in the margins, whether it's the Raptors, Sixers, Celtics, whoever, I think is going to have an edge. I still do not believe in the New York Knicks after that last game. They showed signs of fraudulent. They almost choked that game away. I don't believe in the Knicks at all. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Now, I put out a video yesterday and I talked about the trade deadline. I'm starting to get worried about what the Sixers are going to do at the deadline, but we will see in the next couple of weeks. Next week, the Sixers go on the West Coast trip for the first time. We'll be streaming very late at night. And of course, they put the West Coast trip during the trade deadline week. So next week actually is the, wait, is it next week? Yeah, next week is the trade deadline. We're a week and a half away, and the Sixers will also be on the West Coast. So it's going to be some late nights for us, man. But, and of course, they put a Sixers game that night on the trade deadline day. So the trade deadline is at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and then the game is at 10 p.m. So I'll be honest with y'all, man. I don't know if I'm going to stream the trade deadline. We might stream a little bit, but that's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. So we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 155 people in here right now. We only have 50 likes. I need y'all to hit the thumbs up. Tell YouTube that we are live right now because it is a weird time for this game. So a lot of people will not get the push notification. So I need y'all to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is, man. Drop that beat. He's on fire! Drop that beat, man. Drop that beat. Still getting over the cold, but I'm pretty good now, man. It's been a long couple days. But it's your boy RB, Sixer Game Day Live with the best community in the world. Even with a time change, we're here on time. They're not doing it like us, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It'll be the Sixers taking on the Hornets today. Tomorrow night, it'll be the Bucks. Then it'll be the Kings and the Pelicans. This should be a 4-game win streak. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? $2 super chat. Dom Boyle says, hit the like button. Dom, my guy, what's up, bro? What's up, man? That's how I know we have the best mods in the world, man. Random game in the afternoon and the mods still show up. And they do their thing. Shout out to the best community ever, man. Couple housekeeping rules. Please do not spam in the chat. Do not be disrespectful or else you will be timed out. Please do not spoil the score. Still working on a custom scoreboard. Be patient with me. And with that being said, man, happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well. Let me blow my nose real quick, get all this mucus out, and we'll be ready to go. Give me some hot takes in the chat. Let's go. All right, man, let's do it. Let's do it. 65 likes right now. Y'all are slacking, man. Y'all are slacking right now. Let's go. Get us to 100 so we can wake up the neighbors. Let's wake up the damn neighbors, man. So who was shoveling snow today, man? How are your backs feeling? How are your shoulders, your calves feeling right now? It's been a wild day for me, man. Just doing my Bleacher Report stuff, my Eagle stuff, and then last night they're like, oh, by the way, the game gets moved up to 3 p.m. Eastern. But you know what we do, man? We adapt. We adapt. We adjust, like Nick Nurse needs to do in the game today. SPK member for 19 months. SPK, what's good, man? Yo, RB, what's good, my brother? Let's go Sixers. Appreciate it, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Don't allow the neighbors to have an afternoon nap. You guys want a story about the neighbors, man? I don't know. I don't want to put the neighbors on blast, man, but they got a snowblower and they didn't want to help anybody out, bro. I was shoveling for hours, man. Back is aching, but it's all good. It's all good, man. Neighbors, we are going to wake y'all up. It's all good. This is the most snow in a long time, though, man. Here, Philly Payne says, I had to shovel. It sucks, but I love the snow. Dom says, best workout besides swimming. Beer battered gummy shark. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Ban says, are we getting merch this year, RB? We still got merch on the site right now, man. We still got merch on the site. We might get some new merch, but we'll see. We'll see. We have a lot of good things coming in the new year. That is for sure. A lot of good opportunities, but need y'all to keep supporting us on all platforms. We're growing everywhere. TikTok is kind of broken today, but definitely still follow us over there. Coda says, new subscriber, let's go Sixers. What's up, man? Monito, what's going on, man? I shoveled my grandmom's, mine, and a couple neighbors. I'm cold as heck. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. It was a lot of shoveling, man. It wasn't your normal shoveling where, you know, a couple scoops easy there. No, like I'm talking like 2 feet of snow, man. You definitely have to stretch, man. Definitely have to stretch. I'm aching right now. I'm aching. Neighbors didn't want to show any love, though, man. They got done in like 2 seconds with that snowblower. Stingy with the shovel. Exactly, man. We got to wake them up. We only got 78 likes right now, Karen. We got to get to 100. From now on, I'm making you guys earn it, man. I love hitting the air horn, but we got to get to 100. And if you're someone in the chat that's going to complain about the air horn, then just leave right now. Let's go, man. RB, today will blow your mind if you look up the weather in Australia. Let's look it up. Let's do it. Why not? I'm such a good moderator of the chat. I respond to your guys' requests. Let's look up Australia. What town should we look up in Australia? Let's look up Western Australia. Western Australia, high of 78 degrees. Low of 57. Wasn't that nice? Isn't that nice? The weather where I'm at is like 15, feeling like 2. So, congratulations. Congratulations. And yeah, man, I'm not one of those people that are going to complain about the snow like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing in the world. But especially when it turns to ice, man, definitely not fun. But, you know, it looks nice. It's cool till you got to shovel 15, 18, 24 inches. Busy B, member for 12 months, says smash the like. Busy B, fire take, go. Woo! Shout out Busy B, one of our best moderators. Always looking to add more mods, by the way. Trying to add some more mods soon. Got some good things coming to the show. Shout out to the mod squad, man. And shout out to the members. Thank you to all the people that support this show. You guys don't understand what that means to me. And I think I'm going to additionally add some more perks for the members soon once I get it around to it. RB, how does this feel to you to be doing a game on a weekday? You know what, Bird Gang Nation, man, it was an adjustment. Like I said, I kind of have my schedule, how I do things with my Eagles content and Bleacher Report and all that stuff. But I just came back to one thought, man, because I was actually thinking about that today. I'm just blessed to be able to do this, man. Like, the fact that you guys even tune in and listen to me talk about these teams and stuff, like, I'm never going to complain about that, man. I love doing this. I love it. Who you see here on the camera is who I am. Like, this is not a facade. This is not me putting on an act. Like, this is, you got to really love this stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to be here and to have the opportunity to have a community like this and call games and give my analysis and build a platform. So I love this, man. All right, man. We are finally about to be off in Charlotte. A midday time switch, 3 p.m. Eastern. Sixers rocking the white unis with the ball first. Hornets have the purple jerseys on. Here's Maxey. Nice movement. Barlow drives the lane, goes up, missed it. Drummond taps it in. Drum God. Dom says, I opened my back door, snow came in my house. That's not good. That's not good. Here are the new look Charlotte Hornets. Here is Brandon Miller. My bad, I didn't even read out the starting lineup, so I will in a second. Here's Knipple, the rook, one bouncer, and Diabate with the slam. So for the Hornets, it is Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Knipple, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow, and Andre Drummond. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George today. Barlow with 3. Somehow it went off the backboard, but it missed. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. The dribble, the pull-up. Miller for 3. No good. Knipple couldn't pull it in. And here come the 76ers. Edgecombe to Oubre. Oubre thinking with the ball against his former team. Drives in. Mid-range floats. He missed it. Drummond tapped it. Missed it again. Drummond gets the board. Drummond. Ooh, nice dime, but Barlow wasn't ready for it. And the Hornets take it away. Here comes Knipple up the floor. Puts it up and missed it. Drummond didn't go for the board. Barlow now bangs it against Knipple. Takes it away. Maxey oops it up. And Kelly Oubre with a wide open slam. Busy B says, I hate the Sixers. Why would we ever trade Drummond? Look at that. Yeah. LaMelo Ball drives in, floats it up. Missed the layup. Edgecombe picks it up. And here come the 76ers. 2 minutes into this game, they lead it 4-2. Maxey to Edgecombe. Edgecombe steps into a 3. That one's short. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. It is Miles Bridges dribbling, driving all the way. And he lays it up and in. So we are knotted at 4. Maxey going to find Oubre, and Oubre wasn't ready for it. Oubre wasn't ready for it. It's a turnover, and the Charlotte Hornets get it back. So once again, guys, make sure you turn on noties. That way you don't miss any of the videos. I did a video yesterday talking about Andre Drummond and why I think he is going to be traded and why I hope he's not. Because the Sixers are starting to play into my worst fear already. And there is Kelly Oubre stealing it away up the floor. Edgecombe going all the way. Missed it. Oubre puts it in on the miss. Kelly! Knipple the drive. Floats it up and in off the bank. Tied at 6. Here are the Sixers. Maxey puts up the 3. Left it short. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball up the floor. LaMelo dribbling, driving, down low. Diabate wide open with the slam. Hornets take the lead 8-6. Did we get 100 likes yet? We did. We did get 100. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Maxey dribbling and driving with the left hand. Steps back. Now tries to go through. One-handed floater. Tough shot for Maxey. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball. Seeing a lot of ball movement. Like I said, Hornets, number 6 in the NBA in offensive rating. Here's LaMelo Ball. Going to find Miller. Pops up a 3 and knocks it down. This might be the most fans I've seen in Charlotte in a long time. And the stands are only half filled anyway. Here's Kelly Oubre at the top. Going to find Drummond. Taps back to Oubre. Dribbling, driving in the lane. Kelly goes up and lays it in. So a good start for Kelly Oubre. 3-point game. Drop those yes sirs in the chat and get some blue and red going, man. Can we get some blue and red flowing in the chat? Here's LaMelo Ball, finds Bridges back the ball. Ball, top of the arc for three, and knocks it through. The Charlotte Hornets are looking like flamethrowers to begin this game. Edgecombe to Barlow, and a timeout by Nick Nurse. Does not like how this team looks so far. I'm telling you, man, I said it in a pregame show. This Charlotte team is not an automatic win. They are playing well. 4 out of 6 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get payback on the neighbors for not helping us with the snowblower. Drop the yes sirs. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. And the Sixers need to wake up too. Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask if you are enjoying this content that you please hit the thumbs up button. We are live at a very odd time in the day, so YouTube algorithm is not going to pick it up. The way that we will push this out to more people is by you interacting through the like button, hitting the sub, and all that good stuff. We are 43 subs away from 51K. Let's go, man. Welcome into the 76ers Game Day Live Show, presented by National University. We do it every single game. 4.5 hours of combined coverage into one show, and I'm a one-man produced show. We do pregame, we go right into live game, then we go right into postgame. All this coverage in one, every bit that you need. One-man show production. Show us some love, man. Show us some love in the chat. Let's give a couple shout-outs to the people in here on a Monday afternoon. Busy B in the house. AG, what's good? Pure Philly Payne, what's good? Marsha McCollum, Don Boyle. Shout out to the members, baby. Members, I have an honest question for you. What would you think if we did like a members-only live stream one day? Is that something that would interest you? Let me know your thoughts. I've been thinking about that. Members get a ton of exclusive perks already. They get merch discounts. They get their names highlighted, comments priority. They get their names lit up in the chat. They get the loyalty badges. I'm trying to always give them more value, man, for their support. If the 76ers don't wake up, they are going to get blasted in this game. They need to wake up right now. Like I said, Hornets don't have a good defense, but their offense has been humming. Colin Knippel was a great pick for them. Currently ranks 3rd in the entire NBA in three-pointers made. All right, here we go. Maxey going to come off a screen. Dribble, drive in the lane, kicks out. Here is VJ. Maxey guarded by Miller, blows right by him. Dumps to Barlow. Barlow up and in. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why Dominic Barlow is playing today, because his two-way contract was supposed to expire yesterday, I also talked about that in my video yesterday. So go check it out. And LaMelo Ball gets it poked away. Nice defense by Oubre. It's out on LaMelo. Like I said, the videos provide a lot of good information on the off days, so definitely don't miss it. But yeah, Barlow and Walker are good for now. Edgecombe driving downhill, puts it up one hand, rolled up and out, but he was fouled by Brandon Miller. So it is VJ Edgecombe, no headband VJ, going to the line. Tony James in the building. What's up, Tony? What's up, Tony? Not everybody can afford to be a member. I'm not talking about these streams being members only. I'm talking about additional streams being members only. Like a extra stream here and there. Not for the game, though. Let's go, VJ. So VJ going to knock down a pair at the line. Here is LaMelo Ball working against VJ. Going to find Diabate. Musa Diabate. Second round pick back in 2022. Going to find LaMelo Ball. Two-man game goes up. Blocked by Drummond. Get that out of here. In for the Hornets is Josh Green. 2 on the shot clock. Diabate for 3, and he hits. This guy Diabate, he's been knocking down, man. He's been knocking down. And they got Kalkbrenner coming in off the bench. So Barlow going to find VJ Edgecombe. 10 on the shot clock. VJ chucks a 3. That one is short. Barlow tried to tap it in. Could not. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. We're halfway through the first. Miller downhill. And Bridges on the alley-oop. Miles Bridges on the receiving end of an alley-oop. Guy that's been in Charlotte, I believe their longest tenured player for a while. Maxey up with the mid-range and hits. 4-point game. Let's go, man. Don't let this Hornets team get going, or else they will sting you. LaMelo a step back 3. He missed it. Oubre the rebound. He hits the hardwood, and it's going to be a foul on the Charlotte Hornets. Sixers ball going the other way. Let's go, man. Come on. Guys, 330 people in here, only 130 likes. That means 200 people have not shown some love, man. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and welcome in. Thank you for being here. DJ Edgecombe going to find Kelly Oubre. Oubre up the floor. 5:10 to go here in the first. Oubre working against Brandon Miller. Oubre coming around a screen. Oubre going to dribble, drive, lays it up, and in. Nice bucket by Kelly. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. Maxey guarding Sion James in for the first time. Former second-round pick last year out of Duke. Misses a 3-ball. Kalkbrenner's in for the first time. Sixers pick it up. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Bona in for the first time, as well as Jabari Walker. Maxey behind the back. Dribbles, spins, drives, floats it up. Missed it off the back iron. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. 4:27 to go in the first. So Kalkbrenner and James and Josh Green in for the Hornets with Miles Bridges. And we have a foul. I'm sorry, it's going to be a 3-second violation. Shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all being here on a Monday afternoon. First of a back-to-back for the 76ers. They'll take on the Bucks tomorrow night without Giannis. SGA, I'm going to warn you one more time, man. If you keep doing that, you're going to get out of here. I already timed you out once. Hornets lead it by 3. Linnell says Hornets are good. Nurse is going to mess it up. Here's Ryan Kalkbrenner guarded by Adem Bona. He's going to find Con Knipple. Knipple at the top finds a cutting Kalkbrenner, and Bona way out of place. It's going to be a wide open dunk for Charlotte. To be quite honest, man. Here's Quentin Grimes in for the first time. Grimes hit a big shot against them in the first game, if you remember. Grimes tried to find Bona, stolen away. This is back when Grimes was on a heater at the beginning of the year. Knipple up the floor. Hornets swing it. Here's Grant Williams for the first time. He misses a 3. And the ball goes to Quentin Grimes. Here come the Sixers. 3:40 to go in the first. Maxey dribbling, driving downhill. And Grimes fouled Knipple. He knocked him over. It's going to be Charlotte basketball. Let's go. Can we get some blue and red flowing in the chat, man? I want to see my Sixer Nation up in here, man. Sixer Nation, let me hear you up in the chat. We need to get this chat on fire. Get some of these trolls out of here, man. Let's go, chat. Be back in 30.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University supporting all your ands.
Well, so far the Charlotte Hornets are absolutely killing it. The Sixers, once again, it's funny how the Sixers are 11th in defensive rating, but yet they cannot stop high-powered offenses. And, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to see. This is my problem, not to go on a quick aside here, but, you know, a lot of these, like, I don't want to come at these people. All right, I'm going to say it as nicely as I can, but there's people, let's just say there's people out there, right, that only go off the stats. So like when I do my pregame and my postgame show, right, like I'll give stats for context, but you can't always only go off of stats. You can't only do that, right? So then you have these people that are like, oh, well, you know, because of this stat and this stat, this is the conclusion. And it's like, you have to also watch the games. Like all of us that are in here, we watch games. We don't just post like bar graphs and, you know, advanced calculus and all this stuff. You got to watch the games. Like the Sixers are 11th in defensive rating, for example, but they don't play like it a lot of the time. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but right now, yeah, the Sixers, they got to play defense. They come out too many games and they don't play defense. In a game like today, I don't know if we can really blame Nick Nurse for anything. I think, again, without Joel Embiid and Paul George, who can't play back-to-backs, we just have to hope that Maxey and VJ can pull off a thrilling win. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Sixers got to play defense. Simple as that. Right now, the Hornets are playing faster. They're playing more cohesively. Anyway, I know everybody in here is ball watchers, man. Guys, we're over halfway to 200 likes. Get us there now, man. Thank you so much. Here's Grant Williams going to find Ryan Kalkbrenner against Adem Bona. Here's Con Knipple for 3, and he drills it. Knipple's good, man. I had him, I think I had him 5th on my draft board, 4th. I forget. Definitely didn't think he'd be this good this quick, but he's really good, man. Here's Josh Green coming around, drives, kicks it off to Knipple. Another step back 3. Knipple knocked it down, but it's not going to count because Kelly Oubre ran into an illegal screen. Yeah, that's definitely a moving screen on Josh Green right there. Charles Lee, 2nd year with the Charlotte Hornets. Wow, look at that. Here comes Jared McCain for the first time. So Sixers have their backs against the wall here with depth, and Jared McCain's going to come in and play. Here's Quentin Grimes, drives the baseline, goes up, left it short. We got a foul on the rebound. Bona was knocked to the ground. So it is Jared McCain, Quentin Grimes, Tyrese Maxey, a 3-guard lineup with Jabari Walker and Adem Bona. For the Hornets, it is Con Knipple, Sion James, Colin Sexton in for the first time, Grant Williams, and Ryan Kalkbrenner. By the way, if you guys haven't watched my videos lately, Colin Sexton is right up there at the top on my trade target list. This guy is an absolute bucket getter. I think he'd be the perfect sixth man for this team. It'd be hard to navigate financially, but Grimes going to shoot a three. That one is off, but he is fouled by Colin Sexton. So Grimes is going to the line for three. Sexton is a bucket getter, man. If the Sixers could ever convince Quentin Grimes to waive his no trade clause, I would definitely move Quentin Grimes to get Colin Sexton. Guess they're going to review this here. I didn't even hear what this guy just said. Sorry, I was checking something. 380 people in the live chat, though. Get us to 200 likes right now, man. Let's go, guys. Everybody spike the like. Thank you for being here on a Monday afternoon. Hope you're all staying warm and safe. What do we think about this lineup right now with McCain, Maxey, and Grimes? I think Nurse is kind of just trying stuff again, but I also think, again, we're limited because of who is available. Like, do we think Joel Embiid and Paul George will play back-to-backs at all this season? So, nonetheless, Quentin Grimes going to the line for three. 2:44 to go here in the first. Not a big fan of playing McCain with Maxey and Grimes, in my opinion. First one good at the line. We got trivia coming up, though, at the end of the first quarter here. Should be a good one. See if Lou World or Cable are in here. They're the leaders right now. Grimes going to knock down the second. So Grimes going to knock down all three. 2:40 to go. 5-point game. Here's Sexton. He's going to find Kalkbrenner. Ryan Kalkbrenner finds Knipple. Now a cutting Kalkbrenner, and he's wide open in the lane. Another defensive mishap by Adem Bona. Bro. Come on, man. Here's Jared McCain, corner three. He airballed it. There's no way, bro. McCain again. Your redemption chance. No good. Oh, my gosh. McCain just missed two wide open threes. Sexton had it plucked away by Grimes. Good defense. Maxey tried to go all the way. Looked like he was fouled. Didn't get the whistle. It's going to be out of bounds on the Sixers. Oh, my gosh, man. So Jared McCain obviously is not in his flow. He does not have it right now. It's unreal. We are at 164 likes. Get us to 200, man. Let's go, guys. Come on. Appreciate y'all being here, man. 1:30 to go in the first. We'll be here all game long and for the post game. You can watch and listen back to all the post games after the show is concluded. Grant Williams drives down the lane, beats Walker in an easy floater. The Sixers are not playing defense. Come on, man. DJ Edgecombe going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes looking, scanning the floor. McCain sets. Grimes in traffic. Now Walker. Now it's VJ Edgecombe. I'm going to see VJ take over, man. He's being way too passive. Here's the dribble and the drive. VJ up with it. Missed it again. Come on, bro. Knipple tried to find James, stolen away by the Sixers. Here comes Quentin Grimes. Grimes dribbling, driving, lays it. Missed it. We got a foul on the rebound. So it's going to be Charlotte ball. Grimes loves missing layups, man. That's the Grimes special. Really does suck, man, because I thought the way that Grimes started this season, I thought he was going to be on an absolute heater, man. He was for like 12 games. At this point, McCain's looking like a wash for this year. You might as well just sit him down. Knipple misses the three. Walker gets the board. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Grimes dribbles and kicks. Here's Walker from the corner and hits. Nice shot, Jabari Walker. I think the Sixers are at a spot where they cannot let Barlow or Walker leave. They have to keep both of them and see what they do with that. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Shot clock unplugged. Sexton against McCain. Kicks over to James. Now up to Knipple. 3, 2, 1. Knipple falls. Lost the ball. Walker full court heave. Just missed it. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter. It is 28-22 Hornets. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the first quarter. So you know it's time for our favorite segment. And that is Sixers Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. Make sure you check out National University and all of their online flexible curriculums, linked down in the description or the live chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. One guess permitted. If you get the question correct first, you're going to hear that sound. Whoever gets the most points at the end of the season wins a big prize. I will say the question verbally first, and then I will put it in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Question of the day presented by National University is, what is the most three-pointers attempted in a game by a Sixers player in franchise history? What is the most three-pointers attempted in a game by a Sixers player in franchise history? Give you a hint, it has happened twice. Two players share the feat. One of them was recent, and one of them was a long time ago. Most three-pointers attempted in a game by a Sixers player in franchise history. Give you all about 10, 15 more seconds. Most three-pointers attempted in a game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go over to the chat. Let's see who got it correct. So, back last season in 2024-25, I believe it was in October or December, Tyrese Maxey achieved the feat. And the other time it happened was back in 1995, Vernon Maxwell. So both of the players have done it. The correct answer is 17. Ethan Lee in the chat got it first. Ethan Lee, congratulations. The correct answer is 17 by Tyrese Maxey and Vernon Maxwell. Thank you all for playing Sixers Scholars Trivia. Very tight trivia race this year. We'll have more questions and more bonus questions to come. Got to stay locked in for the whole show so you don't miss any of the bonus questions. Knipple hit a floater here to begin the second quarter. Drummond is back in for the 76ers. Jabari Walker, Quentin Grimes. Here is VJ Edgecombe, pulls it up mid-range, can't get it. And then VJ lost the rebound. So it's Colin Sexton, LaMelo Ball, Con Knipple, Grant Williams, and Moussa Diabate. Sexton floats it up. Drummond says, get that out of here. Swats it away. McCain accelerating up the floor, drives all the way, lays it in. Jared McCain. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, man. A lot of good guesses in the chat, by the way. Hornets missed the layup, and then Ball gets his own miss and puts it back in. Ethan, first time. Congrats, Ethan. Show Ethan some love in the chat. Yeah, crazy Vernon, right? Crazy. Wouldn't expect it. But yeah, 17. 17. Maxey did it last year in an overtime game. Forget who they were playing. Maybe the Pacers. I thought it would be a little bit more, though. Thought it'd be a little bit more, but. Here's a three ball from Jabari Walker. Can't hit it in the corner. Why is McCain on LaMelo? Nick Nurse must be having flashbacks to that Sixers-Hornets game last year. You remember that, guys? When Jared McCain clamped LaMelo Ball in overtime? Remember that game? That was like the peak Jared McCain moment right there. Just going one-on-one, clamping LaMelo. Nurse must be having flashbacks. Then there was another Hornets game where Jared McCain had 18 points in 22 minutes, and Nurse sat him in the fourth quarter to play Kyle Lowry. So, Nurse is an interesting coach. We have Colin Sexton at the line. Ethan Lee wins his first trivia of the year. Got a couple people with 5. We got one with 6, and a lot with 4. But you get 2 bonus questions. Like, who did that the other day? Forget who it was, but you get 2 bonus questions. Oh, yeah, Bergang Nation got it, I think. Whoever got it, I forget. Maybe it was someone, but you get 2 bonus questions, you're right back in this thing. Here's Jared McCain working against LaMelo Ball after the free throws. McCain goes up, had it swatted away by Miles Bridges. By the way, Bona looked absolutely terrible. Bona looked absolutely terrible. $10-12 to go here in the second. Grimes looking, scanning, spins, drives down the lane, dumps to Drummond. Drummond goes up, lays it in. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Reball from Charlotte, no good. Drummond couldn't pull it in, but it's tapped over to Quentin Grimes. Here are the Sixers. Jared McCain tried to kick it out, and it was swatted away. And Diabate going to make it happen on the other end. Now we got another foul. Don Boyle gifting a Philly Take membership. Someone said you're wrong. Danny Green had 21 threes attempted. I don't think so. I'll look it up again, though. But I was using my stat thing to look it up. We'll double check here, though. We'll double check. Let me look it up again. Hold on, I'll look it up in a second. Here's LaMelo Ball working against Quentin Grimes. LaMelo going to step back for three, and he missed it. VJ up the floor to Grimes. Grimes goes all the way and lays it in on the break. Sixers finally getting some offense here, man. Miller comes around a screen, touch pass, and Diabate with a one-handed tomahawk. Unbelievable. Wow, Diabate is showboating. He is absolutely cooking right now. Nurse is not happy. Nurse thought there was a foul on the previous play. Nurse is red hot right now. All right, let me look this up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, 520 people in here. We're not even at 200 likes yet. Can we hit the thumbs up? Can we get the 200 likes? Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. Sixers Game Day live show. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, you know what? Who said that in the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement. Your boy RB was wrong. I had it unfiltered for overtime. So whoever said that in the chat, hold on, let's see if I can scroll back up here. I was actually wrong. So 17 is not the correct answer because I had that box unchecked. So the correct answer actually is 21. So who said that first in the chat? My bad. Thank you for correcting me. Let's see who had it first. It looks like Jad, channel member in the chat, had 21. It was Danny Green back in 2021. Rare occasional RB miss. That's why you got to double check yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. So Ethan, if you are in the chat, I am sorry, man, but it was actually Jad who said 21. I didn't have the other box checked. Don Boyle had it second. Let me go ahead and correct that. So give my guy Jad some love in the chat, man. I think Jad had an answer before. Let's see. Didn't Jad have a question right this season? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he had two right, actually. Let's see. When did Jad get a question right? All right. Let's see. So my fault, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for correcting me, though. Barlow turns, hooks it up, left it short. Sixers down by 10. 8:28 to go here in the second. LaMelo Ball wings it down to Bridges. Bridges against Drummond. There's a three ball from Josh Green. He missed it, but he was fouled. He was fouled by Quentin Grimes. Grimes, you are killing us, man. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, man. Quentin Grimes, man. Let's go. Now they're going to look at this official review. Did they challenge it? Actually, they're going to get Grimes on a flagrant. Not only is it a 3-point foul, but he did a reckless closeout in the landing area, which is a dangerous play according to the NBA. So now it is a flagrant foul. Boy, oh boy. $5 super chat from Ethan Lee says, RB, I heard PG is the last in his draft class still active. That was the John Wall class. You are correct, Ethan. You are correct. And Ethan, I apologize about the trivia, man. I did not see that box unchecked. But Ethan, thanks for being a good sport about it. And you are right, though, about Paul George. He is the last in his draft class, which is crazy. And he's on a max contract. What do we think about Quentin Grimes, man? What do we think about Quentin Grimes right now? Kind of selling, man. But yeah, Ethan, thank you for the love, man. Appreciate you. Here's Diabate, hands it off LaMelo in the corner for 3. Too much on it. Drummond picks it up. 8 minutes to go. Sixers down by 13. I told you guys in the pregame show, man. Next time, I'm just going with my gut feeling because I knew deep down that this was going to be a tough game. Maxey airballs a 3. Here come the Charlotte Hornets. Quentin Grimes is just giving away dollars at this point. Another 3, and Bridges knocks it through. It's a 16-point game. Holy crap, man. We're getting cooked, man. 14-4 run. And the Sixers still lose it away again. Hornets go all the way. Another foul on the other end by VJ Edgecombe. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said at the beginning of the game in our pregame show, right here on the Game Day Live show, I have these gut feelings, right? And I did not have a good feeling about this game. But I kind of went with it, and I was like, I think the Sixers are going to win it just because I think they need a win. Now, again, I think the whole time change thing kind of messes it up. But guess what? The Hornets also have to play through a time change. And from now on, you know, even when the people in the chat are like, RB, don't be a hater, don't pick against the Sixers, I got to go with my gut feeling, man. I just did not feel good about this game at all. We're getting absolutely cooked right now by Charlotte. DJ dribbling, driving, floats it up, left it short, another miss. Another miss. Bridges wide open 3. Why are we leaving guys wide open? Luckily, he missed it. 6:45 to go here in the second. Maxey around a screen. Kicks to Oubre wide open 3. That one is short. Maxey has 2 points. VJ has 2. They're a combined 1 for 9 right now. I mean, come on, bro. This is unbelievable. Brandon Miller again. Miller down low. Diabate lost it. Edgecombe picks it up. Barlow dribbling, driving, lays it up, and he is fouled. No, he's going to get called for an offensive foul. So now it's going the other way. Now they came in and reversed the call, so it is going to be on the Hornets. So I know everybody's going to come in here, and I know the Maxey haters are probably going wild in the chat right now. And I hear you, man. Very bad game so far from Maxey and VJ. Personally, I still think the biggest issue is that we can't get the lineup on the floor in back-to-back games. But Maxey, VJ, and the rest of them have to play much better than they are right now. Barlow misses the first free throw. Yeah, this is looking like one of those games where literally nothing works out for this team. This is looking like one of those games where like nothing good happens. So, we'll see. Barlow going to knock down the second, 1 of 2 at the line. 648 people in the chat. Thank you all for being here, man. Here's the kick up top. Miller for 3. Drains it again. It's a 20-point Hornets lead. 20! What in the world? I'm trying not to even get mad about this game, but what is going on right now, man? This is ridiculous. Maxey to Oubre. Oubre dribbling, driving, floats it up, left it short. Drummond the rebound. He's getting hacked under the rim, and he's fouled. Drummond shoving Diabate, said, get out of my way. I like that, Drummond. Don't let that boy touch you like that. Get him out of here. Get that boy out of here, man. Shout out to all 670 people in the chat, guys. We need a couple more likes to get to 200. Let's go. We should be at 500 likes. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to make sense of what is going on here. Sixers are getting absolutely blasted right now. Early in the season, the Sixers were they were playing well even when Embiid wasn't on the floor, but right now they look terrible. 20-point game. Here's Edgecombe for 3, and he finally knocks one down. Come on, man. Brandon Miller going to drive in, turn, spin, kick it back to Bridges. Bridges working against Maxey, dribbling in. Bridges turns, spins, steps through, goes up, blocked by Drummond, out to the corner. Knipple a 3, short again. And this time it's Drummond who picks it up the floor to Maxey. Edgecombe all the way, and an easy slam. And the Hornets are going to call a timeout as the Sixers go on a little bit of a run right there. So a quick 5 for VJ, and now it's a 15-point game. But you see what the Hornets do? They completely stop the momentum there. Convo needs to be had about Maxey. He needs to be better in games like this. I agree with that. I agree. But it's not only on Maxey. It's not only on Maxey. But Sixers got to get these boys out of here. They got to step their game up. Simple as that. And speaking of stepping your game up, we got to give a huge shout out to one of our partners here on the show over at Surfshark. If you want to step your game up when it comes to safety and privacy of your online data, or if you want to watch something that gets blocked in your area, or if you want to virtually travel the world and browse privately and safely, then you have to look into getting a VPN. Surfshark is the one for you. Surfshark allows you to browse privately by encrypting your internet activity, blocking ads and malware that get in your way, and more. If you're a gamer that plays online, you want to keep your IP address and your PC safe and not get hacked, Surfshark offers features that can keep you safe, including worldwide matchmaking, DDoS protection, and as close to no lag as it gets, 0 bandwidth limitations. If you're like me and sometimes, you want to watch certain things online, but sometimes you get those geo blocks, then no worries, because a VPN can help you avoid that. And especially my favorite thing about using a VPN is you can stay away from ads and trackers and malware that tries to latch onto your PC and your profiles when you're connected to a VPN. And Surfshark offers an awesome clean web feature that allows you to do these things. It's like an all-in-one package. You can surf the web ad and tracker free and stay safe online. Last but not least, they have an email scam checker designed to protect you from phishing attacks and email scams. They use AI to analyze emails for signs of manipulation, suspicious content, sender info, and a whole bunch more. So if you like to search online and keep your online safety and your privacy and keep your data encrypted, check out Surfshark VPN. Use our link or use the code RB at checkout and get 4 extra months with your VPN. It also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you to Surfshark VPN for supporting our show. Speaking of staying safe, man, the Sixers are out here getting hacked by the freaking Hornets right now. They're stinging them all over the place, and the 76ers have no answer. Absolutely no answer. See, we got a bunch of the Maxey haters in the chat. Ryan Kalkbrenner slams one down on the alley-oop. Here's Kelly Oubre up top to Tyrese Maxey. Trendon Watford in for the first time. Tyrese Maxey floats one up. It's in and out. Hornets have it. They lead by 17. And the refs are talking about something. I just don't understand what the point of like the whole Maxey downplay is. Like he's, you know, he has bad games, but why do you guys act like he's not a great player and he hasn't taken a leap this year? I agree. He should be playing better in a game like this, but I just don't understand. Here's Trendon Watford bringing it up the floor. Watford drives downhill, floats it up, in and out. Hornets have it. Here they come. Colin Sexton in the game. Finds Knipple against VJ. Drives the baseline. Gets it poked away. Bona has it. Here's Kelly Oubre. Oubre up the floor. Finds Maxey. Bona in the game. Bona going to set a screen. Maxey to Oubre. Oubre pops a three and knocks it down. Let's go, Kelly. Busy says Nurse has made 0 adjustments. I do agree with that. Sexton drives, floats it up and in. I also think it's on the players more, though. Like, the players have to care. Players have to care. Simple as that. Sixers are just not giving a lot of effort right now. Watford drives in, goes all the way, leaves the layup short. Sixers have to be, like, leading the league in missed layups. Here's Brandon Miller against Trendon Watford. Miller coming around a screen. He's working into the lane, finds Bridges. Bridges drop step on Edgecombe, goes up and in. Yeah, Sixers just aren't playing good defense at all. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe steps back a deep two. It's rolled up and out. 55-37. The Hornets lead it. Knipple launches a deep three. Hits it again. It is now a 21-point lead for the Charlotte Hornets. Maxey drives, floats one up, missed it again. Taps it, missed it again. Tough game for Tyrese Maxey. 1 of 7 now. Miller down the lane, and he's fouled. So my take on this game so far is Maxey and VJ have been brutal. I think the Sixers as a team are not playing any defense. I think the Hornets, as I said in the pregame show, have been a flame-throwing offense this year. And if the Sixers don't find a way to stop the ball movement and stop them from penetrating the paint, you know, they're not going to really be able to do anything. I mean, the Hornets have to be shooting like a crazy % from 3 right now. Let's see what they're shooting right now. They are shooting, actually they're only 35%, but they are 58 from the field. So 58% from the field, it's going to be hard to beat a team shooting like that. Yeah, I just think the Hornets are playing with more effort right now. Sixers look like they don't really care. Got a foul down the other end. It's 60-37. All I'm saying is, man, like every time Maxey has a bad game, you know, we don't need to come in here and start trashing the guy like he's the worst player in the league. Maxey there actually shoved Colin Sexton. Oubre coming around a screen. He kicks out the Maxey. Maxey coming around a screen now. Dribbles into lane. Turns. Spins. Tough take for Maxey. Brutal. Maxey's playing terrible in this game. LaMelo drives in. Kicks it out. Sexton a wide open 3 again and hits. Sixers not playing defense. Sixers are not playing defense. Like I said, I still think the biggest issue is that you can't get the whole team on the floor in a back-to-back. We're going to see more games like this on every back-to-back. The Sixers have, I think, maybe like 10 left in the season. So every time that we have a back-to-back, we're going to see this because we can't get our team on the floor. What does Nick Nurse do? Well, yeah, I think Nick Nurse has to make some adjustments here, but I also would argue in a game like this, what is Nick Nurse supposed to do? My biggest thing, and I always come back to this, right? Whether it's Doc Rivers, whether it's whoever, Brett Brown, you have to like light a fire under your team, right? I've said this a lot about the Philadelphia Phillies as well. I don't like the way Rob Thompson is so even-keeled. So again, I know there's different styles of coaches. There's more like player coaches that are very calm, whatever. I think you could be a player's coach, but also hold your guys accountable. If I'm Nick Nurse, like you have to go in there at halftime. You got to rip somebody, man. You guys remember that game last year? I think it was against the Denver Nuggets where the reporters said they heard like a bunch of yelling outside the locker room. And then guess what happened? The Sixers came back and they won like 5 in a row. Because you got to hold these dudes accountable, man. You got to come out here and you got to say, yo, if you keep playing with this level of effort, you're going to get set. So that's my thoughts on the coaching side of it. Somebody got a technical foul. I don't even know who got a tech. Let me know in the chat. It is 64-37. Oubre, one dribble, corner three. He missed it. Sixers are really going to get blown out in this game. I didn't have a good feeling about it in the pregame. I didn't think it would be like this. $2 super chat. Bernard McCoy says, number one Maxey fan, his mental is horrible. What do you mean by his mental? Like his shot approach or like shot selection or what? Because Maxey, as I know him, is a very hard worker. He's a guy that puts in a ton of grind and just as like from a player mentality, I think Maxey's a very strong player. He's having a very bad game though. I think he's trying to force way too many shots. VJ's also been bad today too. I said in the pregame, Maxey and VJ both have to be the guys. They both got to step up big time in this game. Trendon Watford tried a poster dunk and got blocked. Bro, what are we doing, man? Another oop and a slam down by Brandon Miller. The Sixers are down by 30 points, man. Holy hell, bro. This is the type of game that gets someone fired, man. Hornets are on a 16-0 run. This is the worst game I've seen all season. Not even close. Hornets are good, don't get me wrong, but they ain't that. They're not this good, bro. I understand the whole time change and, you know, moving it up to 3 in the afternoon, but this is absolutely embarrassing. Everybody on the floor right now needs to be held accountable for this type of game. I know, you know, a lot of the people are going to come in and talk about Maxey, but it's Maxey, it's VJ. Grimes has been awful. Kelly's really the only one doing anything. Nick Nurse is watching it happen. 16-0 run. Did we even call a timeout on that 16-0 run? Rebounded by the Hornets off the miss. Here they come again. 1 of 2 at the line for the Sixers. Williams goes up, misses the layup. Bona is back in the game now. Here's Grimes. Grimes going to step back a 3, off again. I mean, again, we're not really like trying to score the basketball. We're just throwing whatever up at the basket. Here's a 3-ball from Colin Sexton. Misses it. LaMelo the board. Nice box out by Bona, who doesn't even try for the rebound. Oubre goes up. He's fouled and one. And one. Well, at least Kelly Oubre's trying. Now, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just being honest with you. Knowing how NBA games work, there is a very good chance that this could be, you know, a 10, 12-point game by the end of the third quarter. Or it could be one of those games where the Sixers just literally cannot do anything right, and then it'll be a 35-point blowout. But they're going to have to get ripped at halftime by Nick Nurse. It's going to have to wake them up because, you know, this is embarrassing. Like I say all the time, there are games throughout the NBA season where, you know, things don't fall your way, right? But my thing is the effort. Like, the effort has to be there. Effort has to be there, and it's not there right now. So, dang, RB, you were just trashing the Knicks. What does trashing the Knicks have to do with the Sixers? I don't understand why the Knicks fans come in here during other streams. The Knicks are terrible. The Knicks suck. The Knicks are terrible right now. That has nothing to do with the 76ers. Knicks fans have this fascination of wanting to be the attention all the time. Nobody cares about the Knicks. I don't understand that. It's a very weird thing from the Knicks fan base. Trendon Watford dribbling, driving against Grant Williams, goes up, floats it, and he is fouled. Watford to the line for two. Don't feed into the trolls. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm just saying, though, I've seen like a lot of Knicks comments. The Knicks fans are they're very interesting. They're very interesting. But again, I sit up here, I tell it how I see it. Every game, you know. We stream every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Tell it how it is. This is unacceptable. Busy B says, y'all got to stop being disrespectful. Yeah, if people are disrespectful, time them out. Time them out. We don't want any disrespect in the chat. We welcome everybody here. And, yeah, we don't need the disrespect. Charlotte is like that. I mean, Hornets are playing a very good game, man. Everything's dropping for them. I said at the beginning, they're a pretty good offense. I don't think they're this good. I think the Sixers' lack of effort is allowing them to just take over. Rado says, Knicks fans have nothing else to do because they won't win the chip anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, Knicks know they're not winning it this year, but this is, you know, coming into these streams and stuff, that is their championship, so I'll let them have it. Watford going to knock down the free throw, 69-42, 4 seconds to go. Bonus steals it away on the inbound. Grimes, Watford, and an easy bucket. So a nice couple of points there for the Sixers to end the half, and that will take us to halftime. It is a 25-point game. 69-44. A completely unacceptable first half. I'm sure this will be an interesting one today, but welcome in. Thanks for being here in the middle of the day. Over 600 people in here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the show. We are closing in on that 51K. Probably the worst first half of the season. Let's keep it real. And as we always do, we will go to the chat. And let's go ahead and get the one words in the chat. Drop the one word in the chat. How do you feel about this game? If you had to sum it up, if you can even muster the energy, if you haven't turned this game off yet, give me one word in the chat to describe this game. How would you describe this game? I mean, there's a lot you can say about it. Keep it as clean as you can. This is one of those games where I don't have a ton of analysis at halftime. I think it goes one of two ways in the third quarter. I think either the Sixers make a huge run and make it a 5-point game, or they come out in the first couple minutes of the third quarter and they're just going to get blasted. And yeah, that's kind of how I view this game right now. The first couple of minutes of the third quarter will tell us everything we need to know about this team. Matter of fact, if we go back to the beginning of the season, when the Sixers were winning every comeback in the fourth quarter of double digits, one of them was against the Charlotte Hornets, I believe. So it's not like they haven't seen this before, but their effort has to be there, because it definitely was not in this first half. But my one word of the half is going to be disgrace. That's what it was. It was a complete disgrace, not just from a missing shot perspective, but just from an effort perspective. Like, it just wasn't there. You didn't see anybody really kicking into that next gear other than maybe Kelly Oubre and Drummond when he started to get shoved by Moussa Diabate. Once again, this is the battle that we face when two max stars can't play on a back-to-back. So see how it goes in the second half. But if they keep playing this way, if they continue this game, and let's say they lose by 50, I mean, this is the type of game that can really get somebody canned. So we will see what happens, man. My word is disgrace. My word is disgrace. Let's see what we have in the chat. Disgusting. We have unbearable, ridiculous, embarrassing, deficient. What else? Depressing. Let's see. Heartless, interesting, embarrassing. What else we got? Blasphemous, depressing, horrific, conceited, hypocritical, effort, despicable, uncharacteristic. All right, that's enough words, man. That's enough words. Yeah, so the Sixers are getting out rebounded. They're getting out everythinged, outshot, fast break, second chance. They're just getting out toughed and out efforted in this game. Yeah, I don't know. I see this game going one of two ways. I think, number one, they are going to make a huge comeback in the third quarter, and it's going to be a 5-point game before we know it. Or I think first couple minutes of the third, they come out, they play, lollygag basketball, and then they just get blown out. So that's how I view this game. But ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and give me your thoughts in the chat. We'll do a little bit of halftime analysis, but before we do that, got to give a shout out to our great partners over at Sleeper. Every game at the beginning, we make our picks over on the Sleeper app. Here's what we had at the beginning of the game. You can make your picks as well by downloading the Sleeper app, using our code PhillyTake to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. We had Andre Drummond over 8.5 boards. He is at 6 right now. We had Tyrese Maxey over 30.5 points. He is currently at 2. We had VJ Edgecombe over 17.5. He's currently at 7. And we had Brandon Miller over 20.5. He is currently at 11. So if Maxey and VJ actually can pick their heads up off the floor, maybe we'll actually be sitting pretty well at the end of the game. But once again, make your picks in less than 30 seconds with a $1 minimum. Get up to 1,000 times your payout when your picks win. And use our code PhillyTake over on the Sleeper app. Get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Thank you to them for partnering with our show all season. And please gamble responsibly. Drop your thoughts in the chat. Do you think there's any which way, shape, form, whatever, that the Sixers can get back in this game? Like I said, I don't know. Also, I forgot to ask, where's everybody tapping in from? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from today, watching the show. I'm sure we have a lot of Hornets fans in here who are talking their talk. We have, some odd Knicks fans who want to feel attention in the chat. We have Maxey haters in the chat. I'm going to have to look at the chat very sparingly so I don't get sucked into it. But listen, man, we do this every game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. One-man produced show, 4.5 hours. If you are enjoying this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Watch all of our content. Like the show. Maxey and VJ, unacceptable. They have to be much better. Right now, they're a combined 3 of 17. Maxey has 2 points. That just can't happen. The biggest thing I saw from Maxey in the first half is he's just forcing way too many shots. I feel like Maxey is trying to overcompensate for not having Embiid and PG on the floor. And I think he's just trying to take these wild shots, and he feels the lead getting bigger and bigger. Credit to the Hornets. I thought the ball movement was elite in the first half. Brandon Miller hit 2 threes. Knipple hit 2. LaMelo hit 1. 7 dimes for LaMelo. I mean, I said in the pregame show, I said I don't have a good feeling about this game. And this is the first time I can remember the Hornets not being just an easy blowover win. Even when the Sixers beat them early in the season, it was a tough game. The bench, I know nobody cares about the bench right now, but Quentin Grimes, my lord, terrible. Jared McCain, don't even know why he played in this game, other than, we don't have any guys. What else? Oh my gosh, Adem Bona. He had 3 steals and a block, but I'm sorry. Adem Bona played terrible in that first half. He played terrible. And in terms of the Andre Drummond thing that I've been talking about last couple days, can't trade Drummond, man. You cannot trade Andre Drummond. Hornets are shooting 72% inside the paint. That's another stat. I mean, the stats go on and on. They just go on and on. So, yeah. Look at a few more stats here. Sixers shooting 21% from 3. Hornets are at 37. Hornets out rebounding them by 10. 32 points in the paint. Yeah. This is going to go one of 2 ways, and we're going to know probably in the first couple minutes of the third quarter how it's going to be. Other than that, man, just bad effort. Bad effort by the 76ers. But nonetheless, man, I'm used to doing this every game. So we see a lot of good games. We see a lot of bad games. I appreciate you all for being here in the chat. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And y'all are the best, man. Shout out to the community. We did hit 51K. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep it growing and going. And Nick Nurse, you better be in there ripping them right now at halftime. You better be in there ripping them right now. $2 super chat. Bernard McCoy says RB Maxey has to sit out, no juice. I mean, he said it a couple games ago. His legs are tired, so you can easily see that. We got Dubai in the house, Philly in the chat, Philippines, West Philly, North Philly, Lakerland in the building, Tel Aviv in the chat. Let's see, New York City, Prospect Park, Fremont, Atlanta, Delco in the building, North Philly, Center City. Shout out to Philly. Big time. First of a back-to-back for the Sixers. They got to pick their act up and see if they can get back in this game. Philly says this is clearly a coaching issue. They're unable to resurrect McCain. We have no plays to run without the 2-man Embiid game. I do agree we're not running any offense, but that's like a typical thing we see with Nick Nurse. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, yeah, man, they better pick it up. They better pick it up. Palisades Park, New Jersey in the chat. Lancaster in the house. Let's go. All right, y'all. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll get ready for the second half, and we'll see if the Sixers can pick it up. It is the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. We will be right back. All right, we are back on the Sixers Game Day live show right here on Philly Take with RB. See if the Sixers can get back in it, man. That was probably one of the worst first halves I've ever seen. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Much love. Appreciate y'all so much. We don't only stream Sixers games. I mean, we do every Sixers game, but especially in the playoffs, we do a bunch of other games as well. Trying to build a great NBA community here, so please support us and follow us on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. All of our links down in the description at Philly Take with RB. This is a tough one, guys. I would not blame you if you were like, you know what, I'm going to just go do whatever I have to do. But for the people sticking with me here, man, I appreciate you. Very much appreciate you. Much love. You can also check out our post-game shows on Apple Podcasts. Help us grow over there as well. Sure, we'll be ranting in the post-game show. But yeah, Sixers trail by 24 points. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Will Nick Nurse rip into these guys at halftime or not? Sorry, 25-point lead at halftime. Here we go. Time for a fresh start. Third quarter underway. Here's Diabate, guarded by Drummond, finds Knipple. Maxey guarding tightly. Here's Miles Bridges. Bridges dribbling, driving down the lane, kicks it out. Here's a three from Miller, and he knocks it through. So not the way you want to start here in the second half. It's a three-pointer for the Charlotte Hornets. 72-44. Here's the dribble, the drive. And it is tapped away. Well, we got a foul on the Hornets. Let's go, chat. Drop some fires in the chat. Let me know who's still rocking with me in here, man. Let me know who's rocking with your boy. Don't go anywhere, man. Still giving you the coverage. So we have Drum God at the free throw line. Second one is no good. So he goes 0 of 2. But the Sixers are going to keep possession because it goes out on Diabate. Here's VJ Edgecombe working against Miles Bridges. Would like to see VJ be more involved in the second half. Three ball is off the mark. Tough shot. Here are the Hornets. I think the Hornets are just playing so fast as well. I got to look up the pace numbers, but where do the Hornets rank in pace? LaMelo getting crafty. Ooh, behind the back, step back over. Barlow can't get it to go. Nice board by VJ. Pushes it up to Maxey now. Maxey to Oubre. Oubre wide open on the wing. Left it short again. Not going to win games shooting like this, man. See if I can look up the pace stats. Here's Con Knipple, drives and kicks to LaMelo. LaMelo on the wing. He dribbles with the left hand, swings it up, out. Bridges taps it into the stands, and it's going to be Sixers ball. Let's take a look at pace here. So, let's see. Wow, Charlotte's actually 26 in the NBA in pace. That's hard for me to believe. Maxey for three. That one is short. It's hard for me to believe that Hornets are 26 in pace. Sixers are 19th. They're definitely not playing like it today. Here's Miller, a three, hits it off balance, and it is back up above 30. It is a 31-point game for the Charlotte Hornets. Like I said, in the first couple minutes of the third, we'll know how this game's going to go. Maxey hits a three, but they call a foul. A loose ball foul. So I think we kind of see how this game is going, right? I said it at halftime. However this game starts in the second half is really going to tell us a lot. So far, it is all Charlotte. Here's LaMelo coming around a screen, finds Knipple. Knipple back to Miller. Miller another three, and hits again. Okay. Well, that's all I needed to see in this game. That's all I needed to see. So we had Brandon Miller hit a three. Then we had Brandon Miller hit another three. And then we had Brandon Miller hit another three. So 3 consecutive threes in 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. Just looking at some stats right now. I mean, this is brutal, bro. This is brutal, man. 550 people in here. We are suffering through this one right now. If you like this content and you want to hang out with us during games, make sure you like and sub. Thank you for being here. Holy smokes, bro. I'm not even going to do MVP of the chat today. I know we got too many trolls in here, but wow. Hornets are 15th in net rating. Yeah, but they're 6th in offensive rating. Hornets are 6th in offensive rating. They've been a pretty good offense. Busy says, I might have to avert my eyes from this game. Where's our channel members at, man? Let's give a shout out to some of the members. Cool J says 2025 flashbacks all over again. This does feel kind of like a game from last year. You're not lying. I think what's really getting me is like, this is a stretch of games, man. You really want to take a hold of it and not the way you want to start. John says, awful team effort. Yeah, it's a fact. Sixers are 16 of 53 from the field. 16 of 53. That is brutal. Maxey drives, reverse layup, got it to fall. Finally, Maxey gets something to drop. RB, look at the Hornets January and December schedule. Listen, bro, you don't have to convince me on the Hornets, man. I've been saying this from the pregame show, that they're very capable of winning this game. You don't have to convince me on the Hornets. I've said this from the first minute that this stream started, that Hornets are a very capable offense right now. Now, again, they're not this good. They're not as good as they're playing right now. They're playing out of their minds right now. Sixers are playing awful, but the Hornets are a good team right now. But again, to be honest, I don't care about the Hornets. I care about the way the Sixers are approaching this game, and I just don't see the effort level. But again, what am I supposed to expect when 2 max stars are not playing on a back-to-back? I think the overarching thing, like the thing that, let's say there's layers to this, right? There's the tree and then there's branches. If we take it all the way back to the tree stump, like the overarching issue is that we can't get our guys on the floor on back-to-back games. That's where we're at. I'm just being honest. Are they playing out of their minds, or are the Sixers playing zero defense? I think a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both, man. But the Hornets are knocking down a lot of shots. Earlier this game, they were shooting almost 70% from the field, which is pretty impossible to beat. Here's VJ, dribbles into the lane, drives, goes up, and gets fouled. VJ to the line for 2. Tell you what, though, man, I feel like the last, 6-7 games, it's kind of what we saw from VJ earlier this season. Like, he started off on a tear. They were running a lot of the offense through him. Then there was a stretch of games where everybody said he hit a rookie wall. Yeah, I think he hit a little bit of a rookie wall, but he also was not involved that much in the offense. Then he came back and had a stretch of games where he was involved. He was, at times the second option, and then he was getting going again. And now I feel like we're back the other way again, where VJ doesn't really get a lot of touches. I mean, I know today he's, 2 of 11. He's not shooting well, but they got to get him with the ball in his hands, man. I'm just being honest. Izzy says we have scored 3 points in the third. Well, VJ Edgecombe just hit his free throws. There's a positive. Knipple up top to LaMelo. LaMelo step back 3, and he knocks it through. Another 3 for the Charlotte Hornets. 82-48. Maxey dribbling in, drives, lays it high off the window, and gets it to go. Four minutes into this third quarter, it's been all Charlotte. Knipple drives, kicks to the corner. Williams a 3 and knocks it in again. Another wide open 3. So yeah, the Sixers just aren't playing any defense, man. Absolutely no defense. Is that effort, or is that they just don't know how to play defense? Edgecombe throws it away again. Another steal by the Hornets. LaMelo, Miller, Knipple all the way, lays it, and a goaltend. Charlotte Hornets are currently shooting 58% from the field, 44 from 3, 93 from the line. Sixers are shooting 35% from the field, 18 from 3, and 69 from the line. Oubre goes in, drives, fouled, and one. So the free throw was good for Kelly Oubre. Here's LaMelo, floats it up, missed it off the rim, kicks back. Knipple to the corner. LaMelo, dribble, driving, kicks it out. 3-ball Miller, hits it again. Another miss by the Sixers. Here comes Charlotte. You just watch the Sixers' defensive intensity. Like, they start off a possession strong, and then they just get out of place after a couple swing passes. Here's a 3 from Josh Green, it was. Missed it, and we got a foul on the rebound. Diabate drives, lays it up, missed it, gets it back, fouled by Bona and one. I'm done with the Dem Bona, man. I don't understand how the Sixers can look at this team and want to trade Andre Drummond. Free throw. Got another foul. Bona again? Did he just pick up 2? BJ's got 4. Drummond has 3. Bona just picked up number 2. Holy crap, bro. Justin Edwards in for the first time. It is a 38-point game. 38. 6:05 to go here in the third quarter. Maxey floats it up. Bona steals the oop away from Oubre and throws it down. Here's LaMelo Ball guarded by Justin Edwards. Coming around a screen. Kicks up top to Miller. 10 on the shot clock. Miller behind the back. Crossover. He has 4 threes in this third quarter. Now he drives and floats one in. And it is a 38-point game yet again. Maxey over to Oubre. Oubre to Maxey. Spins at the top. Drives downhill. Goes up. Contested. Another bad shot. Here come the Hornets on the other end. Grant Williams for 3. Knocks it down again. And he was fouled. The Sixers are down 41 right now. Well, like I said at halftime, man, we kind of knew, you know, that this game was going one of two ways, and the way that it's gone is Sixers just absolutely do not care whatsoever. Another turnover by the Sixers. Hold on, I'm trying to look something up. Where am I at here? Step back 2 for Miller. Knocks it down again. He is completely in his bag. Completely. Like I said, the Hornets are 6th in offensive rating for a reason, but Sixers just leaving them wide open. It's a 44-point lead. Edwards a 3, missed it. Jared McCain back in for the Sixers. Someone said mercy rule. Yeah, pretty much. Kalkbrenner fouled. Like I said, man, this is the type of game that gets somebody fired, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the chat. 600 people in here on a Monday afternoon, first of a back-to-back. you know, we do this through the good and the bad, right? This is one of those horrible games. Like there's no way for me to sugarcoat it. Here's Quentin Grimes, a 3, missed it again. At this point, it's like, what do I say, you know? 99-55 is our score. 3:50 to go here in the third. Don't worry, we do a post-game show right after this. It's on the same live stream. You don't even have to go anywhere. We're going to rant on the post-game, which you can also listen to on podcast platforms. I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is the type of game, like if this keeps going this way, I'm not going to say I think somebody's going to get fired because, you know, Joel Embiid and Paul George aren't playing, but this is one of those types of games where you're just thinking, man, like, how does this happen? Now, again, the Hornets have been playing pretty well. They have a really high-powered offense. I had a feeling in the pregame show, I said, I don't feel good about this game, but nowhere in my right mind did I think the score would be 100-55 right now. It's a 45-point lead. I mean, this is wild, bro. And we still have over a quarter left in the game. Chad, how do we feel, man? Sixer Nation, how do we feel, man? Let me know. Let me know. Free throws are good. 102-55. Yes, this is real life, man. Trendon Watford with the ball. He dribbles, drives, goes up, blocked. 3:25 to go in the third. Josh Green in the corner, drives downhill, lays it up, and it's about to be a 50. Oh my gosh, man. 50. McCain drives, throws it to himself. Watford to McCain. Need some water, bro. McCain steps through, lays it up and in. We have a timeout on the floor. 47-point lead. 47-point lead. That is where we are at. 47. At this point, does Nick Nurse just unload the bench? Do we just unload Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon and Justin Edwards and these guys and just lose by 70? I'm going to give my overall analysis in the post-game show, so stick around for that. But I got to be honest, right? The one thing that is kind of irking me more than anything about this game, and I would love to hear from you in the chat, right? Let's say you were coaching a team and you have the same issues every game, right? Don't you think as a coach or like even in your job or your daily life, right? If something's not working, don't you like try to focus on that and go back and adjust it? Now, again, I know it's easier said than done, but if I'm Nick Nurse, right? And I'm constantly watching my guys. Well, first off, is Nick Nurse telling them to double team the ball handler? Because I don't know why the hell he keeps doing that. He did that in Toronto when he had really lengthy, athletic, switchable guards. Cool. I feel like the Sixers do this thing where they trap the ball handler, right? Or they try to get back. And then a couple swing passes around the perimeter or an entry pass to a quick touch pass on the opposite corner. And the Sixers' weak side guy never rotates to the corner. And he leaves a wide open shooter from three. And we do it every game. And I sit up here and I say it every game. So, like, if I'm Nick Nurse, why are you not going over this stuff in practice? And then on top of that, today in the third quarter, the score is 35-13. You've been horrible in the third quarter all season. You're the dead last scoring team in the third quarter. So why not try something else? But if you want my honest opinion on this, I think it goes back to a lot of these guys have done it at the highest level, right? Like Nick Nurse is a championship head coach, and I've interviewed Nick Nurse. Go watch that interview. I interviewed him a while back. Like, he's a sharp guy. I think these guys get to a point where they're so smart in what they do and they're like so high on a pedestal that it's against their ego to want to change. That's the only thing I can come up with. I don't know, man. Here's the dribble and the drive from Green. Bona goes up, and it is a goaltending. Now, again, I'm not only trying to blame Nick Nurse because the players have a lot of fault here. But I'm just saying those are a couple things that are really getting on my nerves watching this team over and over. Like, you got to adjust somehow. Grimes drives, lays it up. Another missed layup for Quentin Grimes. 2:18 to go here in the third. Josh Green to the corner, smacked away by Edwards. $2 super chat. Dom Boyle says, this is so painful to watch, but I am here. Dom, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Get us up to 300 likes. We're almost there, man. We might as well have some small wins in this show. We did hit 51K, though, so that's pretty cool. But I don't blame you if you turn this game off, because this is an awful watch right now. Two seconds on the shot clock. Grant Williams chucks a three. Short, and it is a shot clock violation. 1:59 to go here in the third. I had to shovel snow for like 2 hours. Then I come on here and watch the Sixers get obliterated by 50. I love my life, man. Love it. Here's Quentin Grimes driving downhill, kicks out to McCain. And McCain stepped out of bounds. Well, even if you're not watching this game anymore, just know we do this every single game. We give you a pregame show, live game, and postgame, all in the same live stream. Best community in the world. Even when we have to suffer through games like this, we'll be doing the postgame right after this game, where I will be ranting as Ryan Kalkbrenner sets a moving screen, and it is going the other way, 106-57. Sixers are down by 49. Here's Justin Edwards, drives, floats one up, and he is fouled. Tom says, I was here last year. I needed major therapy afterwards. Hey, if we got through last year, we can get through this. If we got through last year, we could get through this, man. It is painful. It's bringing me back to last year. Bringing me back to last year. Thank you guys for being here, man. Thank you. Free throws are good from Justin Edwards. It is 106-59. LaMelo and Brandon Miller are laughing at us on the bench. Zion James pulls up a three. Missed it. Watford. Are you kidding me, Watford? Oh, my God. Watford juggled the basketball, and he tapped it all around like he was playing hot potato, and the Hornets got a free layup off it. McCain, the layup, missed it. Bona, the putback, missed it. Hornets pick it up. Let's just go down by 50, man. Let's just do it. We're down 49 right now. We're down 49. I mean, we might as well go down 50. I think our largest loss this year was 44 to the Magic. Let's just go down 50. Here's Colin Sexton up at the top, finds Williams, kicks it out. Josh Green, off balance three, like we're playing 2K, missed it. Hornets get another rebound. Hornets have it again, 25 seconds. Here's Colin Sexton again. 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to the corner. Touch pass to Kalkbrenner. Stolen away by the Sixers. 10 seconds left in the third. Watford drives, kicks, lost it again. Shot clock expires and Bona fouls Colin Sexton. I'm done with the Bona, man. I'm done. First one was missed, and the second one is good. Sixers are down by 50. 50! This is the type of game that gets somebody fired. I'm just going to say it, and I'll say more in the postgame show. For now, we got to watch probably the backups of the backups. Ladies and gentlemen, give me one word again. We're going to run it back. Give me one word to describe how you feel about the Sixers being down by 50. While we wait to get back into this exciting, thrilling fourth quarter coming up, got to give a shout out to our great partners of the show over at National University. At this point, it's like the Charlotte Hornets are the professors of the 76ers, absolutely taking them to school. And if you want to go back to school, you're juggling maybe a full-time job, taking care of a family, whatever, and you feel like you don't really have that time and effort for school the way that the Sixers don't have time and effort to play defense today, you don't have to worry about it anymore. National University is perfect for you. NU offers 4 and 8 week online classes, helping you balance work life and school. You get to start sooner and finish faster. NU is one of the largest private nonprofit universities in the U.S. with 50,000 plus students, 150 degree programs, and a 50-year history of innovative learning and support models for working and non-traditional students. Right now, for a limited time through the end of March, NU is offering application for a new scholarship called the Year of You Scholarship. It can grant students up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or a master's degree. New year, new goals, new you. National University can help you achieve your goals. Recipients can receive up to $6,000 per year with that scholarship. So check it out. Link down in the chat or the description. Check out all the online flexible schooling programs over at National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. Thank you to them for helping make this show possible. I wonder if National University offers a class on playing defense. Maybe I'll sign up the Sixers for it. Or rotating weak side to cover a wide open three-point shooter in the corner. I'm going to have to check with their professors, see if they offer that course. One word, Kyle Lowry. Flabbergasted, decaying, shameful. Great words. Great words. All right, man. One more quarter to go. Sixers trail by 50. Jared McCain, Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker, Quentin Grimes, and Dominic Barlow. Edwards kicks out to Walker. Walker for 3. Cha-ching! Oh, we are coming back, baby. 47. 47. Here's a 3 from Tidon Salwan, and he makes it back to 50. Tidon Salwan, the number 6 overall pick last year, who doesn't even play right now because he's so bad, hits a 3 in his first minutes. McCain for 3. McCain makes it 47. We got a shootout going. Sixers and Hornets. Grimes steals it away, takes it up the floor, slams it down. Quentin Grimes makes it a 45-point game. Here we go. Sexton over to Trey Mann, who's in for the first time as well. He also does not play anymore. Trey Man coming around the screen. Drives. Stolen away. Grimes has it. Here come the Sixers. Grimes all the way. Slams it down. 43. And the Hornets answer back to make it a 45-point game. There goes the momentum. Here's Jared McCain over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes turns and spins. Grimes out to Walker. Here's McCain. McCain dribbling, driving. McCain back to Walker. Pump fake. Walker, the mid-range, short. Sixers get the offensive rebound. Walker thinking three. Now Grimes downhill. Kicks. McCain in the corner. Missed it. Oh my gosh, man. That was the most exciting offense I've seen all game. Grimes is such a stat patter, man. He waits till the fourth quarter to start making plays. Here's Tidon Salwan. Drives the lane, goes up, and gets a bucket. Here's Jared McCain, kicks up to Grimes. Grimes dribbling, driving, downhill, lays it up, and in. 116. The Sixers have hit 70 points. Let's go. Let's go. Here's a three ball from Sexton. That one is short. Kalkbrenner turns, spins, goes up, missed it. Let's go. Let's go. McCain step back two, left it short. Here's Sion James going to find Ryan Kalkbrenner. It's stolen away. Sixers have it. Here they come. They've hit 70. Barlow, the slam in the lane. Don't turn your eyes just yet. The Sixers trail by 43. Trey Mann working against Justin Edwards. Trey Mann drives, kicks. Kalkbrenner, Sion James. And it's an illegal screen on Kalkbrenner. Going the other way. This is where the Sixers are going to bring it down to like a 33-point loss, and everybody's going to be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Here's a pull-up mid-range from Quentin Grimes. He left it short. Salwan misses the fast break layup. Here come the Sixers again. At least we're getting Jared McCain some reps. Grimes, one-on-one. Grimes playing for his contract back right now. Jabari Walker with three. That one's around the rim and out. Here is Trey Mann. Crossover against McCain. Kalkbrenner into the paint. Lost it again. Sixers have finally decided to get a couple stops on defense. Barlow down the lane, floats it up and in. And a timeout by the Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a 41-point game. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. You're just coming into this game. Sorry, I'm just trying to have a little fun because I'm absolutely miserable watching this game. Oh, man. This is a tough one, man. We did hit 300 likes, though. Thank you guys for still supporting me through this bloodbath. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's give some shout outs to the people that are still suffering with me through this game. We will be back tomorrow night against the Bucks. We do this every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, post-game. We give you all this coverage, one-man produced show. And we do our best to bring the vibes to this community. So thank you for being here, y'all. Really appreciate you. It's not easy to sit through games like this, but hey, I love it regardless. Shout out to Dom Boyle in the chat. He says, what happened to Maxey? Did he forget how to play without Joel? Apparently, because at the beginning of the season, he was taking over. But honestly, they might as well just give Maxey a game off at this point. He just looks completely just, I don't even know. He just looks worn out. Busy B says we're supposed to be good on the road too. Banj, what's going on? Clint, what's good? Alan says we're miserable with you, RB. Let's go. Aren't you guys happy that the Sixers got the most back-to-backs in the NBA this year with 16? Knowing that Joel Embiid and Paul George wouldn't play. Thank you, NBA. Stell says that's all we can do, make light of it and move on. Nothing special from this team. Dom says catastrophic. Busy says package them up and ship them off. YPF, what's going on? Go Sixers says, damn, RB, what happened? I don't even know, man. It's been a wild couple of hours. I'll tell you that. RB was being mean, but I'm here. How am I being mean, bro? How am I being mean? I'm just analyzing the game, bro. Just analyzing the game, giving my thoughts, dealing with hundreds of trolls, but I'm used to this, man. I love doing this regardless, no matter who's in the chat. Here's a 3-ball from James. That one is short. Pat Connaughton is in for the first time. Hornets are playing Pat Connaughton, who probably hasn't played in like months. Crazy. He says we're a big, miserable bunch. That's a fact. Well, at least we get to shake it off tomorrow night. We'll see if that game gets moved at all time-wise, but we'll see. Here's Quentin Grimes, crossover, dribble, drive, kick, Barlow, Walker in the corner of 3. And that one is off the mark. Trey Man working against Jared McCain with the left hand, drives downhill, kicks out to the corner. Now it's James against Walker inside. Salwan got it poked away, and then a late foul on Trendon Watford. He just says, nonetheless of the outcome, still a good stream. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sixers will play the Bucks tomorrow night. Bucks are, they're a miserable bunch. If the Sixers lose tomorrow night, man, then might be time to sell at the trade deadline because no Giannis on that team right now who got hurt. If the Sixers can't beat that team, especially with Embiid and Paul George back tomorrow, then just can the season, bro. Nurse excused that 44-point loss earlier this year against the Magic. He came out and he said, you know, pretty much it was a scheduled loss without saying it. Better not say that in this game. He needs to take accountability for the lack of effort from this group today. So it is 116-75. Trendon Watford coming around a screen. He dribbles, he drives, he lays at the rim, missed it. Barlow puts it back. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us on all social platforms at Philly Take with RB and follow me on Twitter at RB Philly Take. It's where you can support us everywhere, where we will put out clips from the postgame show. Another 3 from the Hornets. Holy crap. What are they even shooting right now? 41%? 56. How are the Sixers shooting 36% from the field? Grimes, a 180, throws it to nobody out of bounds. Wow. Wow. Here's the dribble, the drive. Kalkbrenner wide open under the rim, and another dunk. 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. McCain up at the top, crossover drive, and he was fouled. We will have a post-game show coming up right after this game concludes. McCain a step back three and knocks it down. Shout out to all 550 people still in here rocking with your boy. Trey Mann working against Jared McCain now. Trey Mann working against Watford. He kicks it out to Connaughton. Connaughton down the lane. Out to Salwan for three. Here's Jared McCain bringing it up the floor. He's going to pull up a quick three. Off the back iron. Another miss. Here's Pat Connaughton dribbling down the lane, finds Kalkbrenner again, goes up, and this time he's fouled by Barlow. So two coming up at the line for Ryan Kalkbrenner. It is 121-80. What's the point of letting the game get blown out? I mean, what are they supposed to do, bro? They don't have it today, and might be an unpopular opinion, man, but I actually like if you're getting blown out, I'd rather just get blown out and, not try to sugarcoat it or make like a fake comeback. That's just my personal opinion, but, what's the point of going down by 30 when you're already down 40? You know what I mean? You're going to lose by 30, just lose, Take your L on the chin and bounce back tomorrow. We got a timeout on the floor from Nick Nurse, who's still arguing with the referee. I'm cracking up, man. Nurse is arguing with the referee. We're down 42 points, man. What do we do? You should be yelling at your own damn team that way. All right, guys, one more quick shout out to National University. Once again, check out their online flexible curriculums down below. More than 1 in 3 college students right now have paused their online degrees, citing emotional stress or mental health challenges. That's why NU offers the Peer Navigator Network, free virtual mental health counseling with their Timely Care platform, a student wellness center with one-on-one support for life challenges. And they understand that nearly 70% of college students today are working while in school. That's why NU creates these flexible online schooling programs, so you don't have to choose between school and life. They offer the most comprehensive degree and program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students that help you balance work, life, and school. Last year, National University awarded $50 million in scholarships, so check them out. They're linked down below, and apply for the Year of You scholarship and get up to $6,000 per year towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Shout out to National University, a proud partner of Philly Take with RB. Alan becoming a channel member in the chat. Alan, thank you so much, man. W's in the chat for Alan. So just some updated stats here in case you're just tuning in and you're wondering how beautiful this game was. The Sixers are shooting 36% from the field over an entire basketball game, which is unheard of. 22% from three. They're shooting 74% from the free throw line. Whoa. Wow. Wow. The Hornets' lead at one point in this game was 50. Busy Bee says, I need him to have that energy for the players, not the referees. Now, that is a fact. That's a fact. Dom says we might have been better off using the G League in this game. Possibly, yeah. Possibly. Alan says something positive from Australia. We are tanking. Alan, thanks for becoming a member, man. Thank you, man. Shout out, Alan. Appreciate you. 122 to 80. 3:20 to go. Edwards dribble drive downhill goes up. Ball was blocked into the basket by Ryan Kalkbrenner. So thank you for the assist there. There's Trey Mann coming around a screen. Kicks over to Connaughton. Trey Mann going to pop up a three. Missed it. Hornets tap it out. Sixers have it. 40-point lead. Edwards pops a three. Way off. How come Justin Edwards doesn't play at all anymore? I feel like he should get a few minutes here and there. In all seriousness, though, I do like what the Hornets are building. I think Knipple's a great connector piece. Tadon Salwan puts in a bucket. If Salwan would have actually been a good pick, I feel like the Hornets would be in a really good spot. They can get that, like, that versatile big. I mean, there's McCain with another three. If the Hornets can get, like, I don't know. I mean, Diabate's okay. Like, if they can get a guy that can give them, like, 18 and 12 or something and can be like that connector with the guards and just kind of pop out and play 5-out basketball sometimes. Like, I think the Hornets will be in a really good spot. But it also poses the question, are LaMelo and Brandon Miller actually good players as Grimes throws it down on the other end? Like, when you actually see them in a competitive nature, right? Like, when they actually get a good team for once, will their numbers be like empty stats or will they actually be a good cohesive unit? So I think that's like that's the next thing to look out for with the Hornets. Once they can get a couple more pieces, can Miller and LaMelo be the top guys on a championship team? I don't know the answer to that, but we'll see. Trey Mann under the rim goes up and Kalkbrenner again with the alley-oop. Kalkbrenner was a really good pick in the second round. That's who I wanted the Sixers to draft originally. He went the pick right before Philly. We drafted Janai Broom, who was in the G League. Michelle says, I've been enjoying a nice day out in the city. This makes me drink more beers. Trey Mann drives to the rim, goes up, and fouled by Jabari Walker. Great foul here with a minute to go. Here's Quentin Grimes dribbling through a double team and a kick ball. Why are we stopping the game? There's Jared McCain at the top. 45 seconds to go in the fourth. McCain another three. Cha-ching. Well, at least Jared McCain looks good. What's he up to? 16? Drive and a miss from Jabari Walker, and that is finally going to do it. 10 seconds left. Sixers shot total 39% from the field in this game. Well, that is where we're at, man. The Sixers lose by 37. And, yeah, I don't have much else to say about that other than we are going to go to the postgame show and we're going to rant about the 76ers because they lose by 37. First of a back-to-back. Why did they lose this game? For many reasons that we will talk about. But I've been waiting all game to get the frustrations out on a game that was rescheduled earlier in the day. Sixers get obliterated by the Charlotte Hornets. Thank you all for being here on the Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University. Post-game live coming up. Shout out to you all. Hope you stay around and listen to our frustrations. We'll be back in a few minutes once we get it set up. Call into the show and give your thoughts and voice your frustrations on this game. I'm sure you have a lot of them, or get it going in the chat. Appreciate all of you so much, and don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a few moments. All right. Catch y'all soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the 76ers postgame live show here on a Monday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, after a game was changed from 7 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern due to inclement weather. It looked like the 76ers never even got on the flight to Charlotte, like they were left making snowmen and drinking hot chocolate and got their feet stuck in the ice. And the 76ers just absolutely get ripped apart here in Charlotte. And welcome into the Sixers postgame live show where we do it every single game, presented by Sleeper. We do it through the good and the bad. And follow us everywhere. Support us on all socials. You know, all of our platforms, links down below. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. I know a lot of people are going to be in the chat like, man, I'm here for the rant. I'm here for the energy. I don't know if I'm going to go over the top, angry, frustrated in this game because it's hard for me to even care that much with what I saw on the floor. You ever get so disgusted by something that you're just like, like, why do I even put my effort into that? And look, I put everything I have into doing this every game. I love doing this. We have to suffer through the bad. As much as we love the good, we have to suffer through the bad. So I'm just going to go through the list of things that I saw in this game. And you give me your thoughts in the chat. Maybe we'll take a few phone calls. You know, a lot of the trolls, a lot of the people always want to come in and give their thoughts. Nobody wants to step up to the plate and call. Call in. I want to talk to you. I want to hear from you. Okay? With that being said, that was one of the most pathetic displays I've ever seen from a 76ers team. I mean, from start to finish, they did not have any energy at all. They got outscored, out-energized, out-hustled. They got beat down by the Charlotte Hornets. And I said at the beginning that I was feeling a bit off about this game because the Hornets have been playing very well, 6th in offensive rating in the NBA. Credit to them. That does not excuse what the 76ers did. I mean, why even move this game up because of inclement weather? The Sixers should have just conceded. They should have canceled this game because they played from start to finish with absolutely no effort. And the couple main things I'm frustrated about is, number one, Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe go 5 of 23 combined. Maxey was horrible, maybe his worst game ever. And on top of it, I felt like he tried to continue to overcompensate for the lack of Embiid and PG and took bad shot after bad shot. And everybody doesn't like to hear it, but the number one overarching issue is that the Sixers cannot play their full team and get any kind of consistency in back-to-back games. And the Sixers have the most back-to-backs in the NBA, the most remaining. So we're going to continue to see this. But the effort, the energy, really just the approach to this game made absolutely no sense. I thought Quentin Grimes was horrible off the bench, bad decision-making, smokes wide open layups. Up and down the roster, everybody was putrid outside of maybe Kelly Oubre in the first quarter. And what really grinds my gears is that for the however many game now, right? Every single game, I have to watch Nick Nurse coach this team and not make a couple simple adjustments. Number one, the Sixers get outscored 40-15 in the third quarter. How do you allow this to happen every single game? If I was a coach, I would diagnose the things that are going wrong. I would go back to the whiteboard and I would figure out a way to at least lighten the blow a little bit. You know, at least take off some of the burden there. Try something else. Every single game, the Sixers get obliterated in the third quarter. They are dead last in third quarter scoring, and they get outscored 40-15. And I said at halftime when they're down 25, it's either going to be a 5-point game in 10 minutes or the Sixers are going to get beat by 50. And what do you know? They're down by 50 to the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, come on, the Hornets have been a good offensive team. They're not that good. And the other thing that really grinds my gears is that all season long, every game, the Sixers either deploy a double team to the ball handler or a couple swing passes on the perimeter or a quick entry pass and a quick touch out to the corner leads to a wide open three-point shooter. And the Sixers' weak side guy never ever rotates, resulting in a wide open three. The Hornets have shot the ball well. They're top 10 in three-point percentage. They're not this good. But anyway, the 76ers are not going to win a game shooting 39% from the field over an entire game. Realistically, it was probably about 34, 35%. It was absolutely horrendous. They drew up no plays. It felt like they gave up after the first quarter. And the Hornets' pace for a team that is 26 in pace, the Hornets looked like they were 18 years old out there, and the Sixers looked like they were 57. The Hornets ran up and down the floor, completely blew you off the court. And the Sixers were down 50 points. This is worse than the Magic loss. This is worse than any other game we saw this season. I am not going to use the time change and the inclement weather as an excuse. At this point, you burn the tape, you move on to tomorrow night, and the 76ers better come out tomorrow night, and they better win by 30. And Nick Nurse, I don't want to hear your dumb excuses like you did earlier this year against the Magic when you said, oh, well, those games kind of just happen. That was like a weak way of, copying Doc Rivers' scheduled loss motto. I don't want to hear that crap. You should have went in there at halftime. You should have kicked something. You should have broke a clipboard. You should have punched a wall, and you should have looked at everybody down their soul, and you should have said, you are playing like a embarrassing player right now. Pick it up. They had absolutely no guts in this game. They had no effort. They had no dignity. They got it stripped away by the Charlotte Hornets. Maxey should be ashamed today. VJ should be ashamed. Grimes should be ashamed. Barlow, Drummond, I'll name the whole damn team. And Joel Embiid and Paul George should be ashamed that they can't play a freaking back-to-back, and that every time we have a back-to-back, we got to go through this. And I know people are going to come in here and they're going to champion themselves. I'm a Maxey hater. I told you he can't do it. You're right. Maxey had a terrible, terrible game today. Early in the season, Maxey was playing just fine. VJ was playing just fine without Joel. But you have to highlight the inconsistency of the lineup. Name me an NBA team that switches their whole damn starting five every third game and wins a championship. It does not happen. It does not happen. So we could talk about all the specifics and the little things. I'm glad that Joel Embiid is back where he is at this point. I'm glad Paul George is on the floor playing. We got to get these guys on the floor. Even if they miss a couple back-to-backs, they can't miss every back-to-back, because at this point, what do the Sixers have? 10 or 11 left? Those are going to be 10 losses. This team cannot hold up without that lineup on the floor. So anyway, it may sound like I'm trying to take guys off the hook here. I'm not, but I just hate the inconsistency. I hate how they played this game today, how they approached it. Maxey, as a leader, you have to take over this game. I said it in the pregame show. Maxey, you had to take the reins. VJ, you had to take the reins. I thought Maxey tried to force a lot early. And Maxey admitted it like 4 games ago. He said, I'm kind of just tired at this point. I'd be tired too when my 2 co-stars can't play a back-to-back. But still, you have to show up more than you did today. VJ, you have to show up. I mean, the Hornets just ran up and down the floor. Now, they hit every freaking shot in the universe today. I will say that. It was one of those games. I mean, the Hornets shot 40% from 3, 17 threes. They shot 55% from the field. At one point, at I think halftime, they're shooting 68%. You're not going to win a game with a team shooting like that. So it was a combination of the Hornets hitting every shot, but also the Sixers keep leaving dudes wide open from 3. And it's why I always talk about these stats, and a lot of these stat guys who try to proclaim things over one stat or the other, you have to use it all in conjunction. You can't use a stat as an absolute thing. The Sixers are 11th in defensive rating. The Sixers play defense like a bunch of pansies sometimes. They don't play defense at all. They let guys sit wide open on the perimeter. I don't even see the point in like grilling certain players. But like, for example, right? I was talking a lot about Andre Drummond and Adem Bona, and I put out some videos this week. Check them out about the whole trade deadline situation and all this stuff. If the 76ers go into the trade deadline and they trade Andre Drummond and leave Adem Bona as the backup center on this team, they are not serious about winning. Adem Bona looked horrendous in this game. He had 2 steals and a block. I don't care. He had 2 points in 16 minutes, and he let up about 5 wide open alley-oops to Ryan Kalkbrenner. He was out of position off a quick screen action about 4 times. Adem Bona is not ready for the moment. Quentin Grimes can get up out of here. You know, I really liked Grimes last year. And with the start that he had to this season, for example, he had 24 points in the first game against the Hornets, second game of the year. And that was a big double-digit comeback win for the Sixers. They had that DNA early in the season. But they can't get anything from this bench. The only bright spot of today is that Jared McCain finally got reps. He played 23 minutes. He had 16 points. Can we really count it? I don't know. Because he's playing against second stringers that already knew they won the game. But outside of that, man, there's no rhyme or reason to what this team does. Maybe we're overreacting because it's a game where they don't have 2 of their, $50 million players. But that's how I feel about this game. Even with the guys they had on the floor, if they would have lost the game, I would have understood. But to me, it's all an effort thing. Now, again, there are certain games in an NBA season. I'm not going to ever say anything about effort. You should bring effort 100% of the time. These guys get paid millions of dollars. Millions that a lot of us don't see. To play basketball. To train their bodies. To get in that physical peak shape. To go out there and bust it for this team every night. And when you go out there and you play like you just got in on a flight at 12 p.m. and just had a cheeseburger, fries, and a shake for lunch, that's disrespectful to the fans that took the time to watch this game, to purchase your jersey, to watch how this played out. And that is unacceptable. There are games in a season where a team just can't hit a shot, where the other team hits everything, and it just goes how it goes. It's a long season. But to come out and play without any effort whatsoever is ridiculous. And I tweeted in the first or second quarter, I said, this is the type of game that can get somebody fired. So I will say this to Nick Nurse, and I like Nick Nurse. I've interviewed him. I've talked to him. You better do whatever you have to do in the locker room after the game or before tomorrow night's game, where now you got to travel to Milwaukee. We'll see how that plays out. You better do something to get under this team, to make your imprint felt, however you want to phrase it. If they come out tomorrow night against the Milwaukee team that is horrible, that lost Giannis for 4 weeks the other night, that is playing with no juice at all, that looks like a complete tanking team. If the Sixers come out tomorrow night and they either, go to overtime like they did against them earlier in the year, or it's a 2-point game at the end of the game, we got to start talking about this stuff. We're going to have to start talking about Nick Nurse, like even more. I'm not someone to sit here and try to call for jobs, but there's just no way that you can let the team hang in the balance like that. Now, tomorrow, Joel Embiid and Paul George are going to play, so I'm sure it'll look completely different, and nobody will probably care about this game. But my biggest thing from this game is the lack of effort. They did not give a crap from start to finish. Why did they even play the game? Those are my main takeaways. I don't really feel like going on about the rest of the team. I feel like I've analyzed everybody. If you want to call into the show, here is the phone number, 339-207-7171. Call into the show or join in on the Discord. We'll get a few people in. We'll talk about a few other things pertaining to this game. but that was absolutely sickening to watch. And it was really just disrespectful, man. It was just disrespectful of an effort. And I want to talk a little bit about the Hornets as well, as I did throughout the show. But let's go take a few phone calls and let's see what the people are saying on this snowy Monday. Hope you are all staying safe and warm. All right, let's go over to the phones. We got the 618 on the phones. 618, what's going on, man?
RB, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, man? What's your name? Where you tapping in from?
My name is Justin. I stay in Southern Illinois right now. I'm from Philly, though.
Justin, what's up, man? What you got for me?
I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
It's not really you, really. It's really what I've been saying on social media. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm a huge Joel Embiid fan. Like, huge. Like, he's my favorite player. Him and Luka. It's not just you, but I've seen a lot of people make videos and say, oh, we don't need Joel. The team's better without Joel. The vibes are good, and the energy's good, and the team plays better without him and stuff like that. And as a Sixers fan, I'm not trying to hate on my own team, but at the end of the day, like my fan, like me being a fan for Joel is like actually bigger than the team, really, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I just want to know from you, like, because I've been waiting on like an apology video or apology to like Joel and stuff like that, because I know like he sees stuff on Twitter. I just know this for a fact because I know somebody that actually knows him and he sees this stuff, and nobody's making an apology video and apologizing to him for saying he's washed and saying the team don't need him. And clearly we do, even though we lost by like 50, 40 points.
Well, first, Justin, first off, let me ask, are you saying that you're looking for an apology from me? Because I never said that the Sixers don't need Joel and that he is washed.
I mean, well, you didn't say that, but you kind of alluded to the fact that the team plays better when he don't play. I do remember.
Well, for the first stretch of the season, Justin, and I'm glad you brought this up, and thank you for calling. When at the beginning of the season, we'll say, I don't know, like 15-ish games, 20 games before he had that like first injury that kept him out 10 games. And you let me know what you think about this. Joel did not look good physically at all in that first stretch of the season. Now, when he came back after that injury, he has looked phenomenal. Like, he has been in peak Joel shape. He's looking back like MVP Embiid. I've always been an Embiid guy, but at the beginning of the season, yes, Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe were leading this offense, and they looked better without Joel really slowing the offense down because he was not back to form yet. He was not in peak Joel Embiid shape. And those things are allowed to change throughout a season.
Right.
So would you agree with that?
I definitely agree. He didn't look good until like the last 16, 17 games, stuff like that. I don't miss any game unless I got to work. So, I mean, I pretty much seen every single game. I didn't see too many in the beginning.
But you're right. You're absolutely right now. Like, the way Maxey, VJ, and these guys have looked without him on the floor is not good at all. Like I said, I never said Embiid was washed. Obviously the team needs him, right? But I think the bigger issue, Justin, is that we can't get our guys on the floor on a back-to-back. Like, we're still here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they fix that. The back-to-back's a little out of control. I think we had the most back-to-backs, right? I think I was looking.
Yeah, we do.
We got like a lot of back-to-backs.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just think the league just hates us and stuff like that. But I definitely wanted to tell you, I've been subscribed to you for a while, so I definitely appreciate the work that you're doing and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man. But shout out Justin on the phones, man. Yeah, so again, guys, things can change throughout a season, and this isn't a shot at Justin. And, if this season goes on, like, yes, early in the season, I was saying that the Sixers looked better without Joel Embiid on the floor at times because they did. Like, things change throughout a season, Joel Embiid did not look in the shape he was in the first 10, 15 games of the year. And yeah, I absolutely questioned whether or not he could get back to being himself, because last year he looked horrible the entire year when he did play. He barely played. So essentially we were 2 years removed and 2 knee surgeries removed from MVP level Embiid. I think it's very fair to question how he looked. And now Joel Embiid looks phenomenal again. But I do think that him being on the floor versus off is a hard switch for this team to make. I think it's a hard switch, you know? One game they're in, one game they're out. But that doesn't excuse Max. He has to play better than he did today. That's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Like, and again, this isn't a shot at Justin. I do think it's ridiculous, some of the people that I have seen on social or in the comments who are like, you deserve to give an apology video to Embiid and you said this and that. I never said Joel was completely washed. I just said that he didn't look good physically. He didn't. But right now, the Sixers absolutely need Joel Embiid on the floor. They absolutely need Joel Embiid on the floor. No doubt about it. Good call from Justin. All right, back to the phones we go. 484, what's going on?
Yeah, RB. We met before, right?
What'd you say?
So, I said, I'm here to talk about this loss that the Sixers just had.
Yeah, what you got for me, man?
Like, I don't like how, you see, like, what I don't like about this game is that Tyrese Maxey only has 6 points. And he's usually our sharpshooter, usually our defensive player. And where was DJ?
Yeah,
Like,
they were both absent, man. They had horrible games, both of them.
and they only combined for, like, I think only 15 points.
Yep. Unacceptable, man.
And the only thing that makes me mad about Embiid and Paul George, like, their offense and defense is good, but it's like, when y'all can't play a back-to-back in, like, games like this with the highest offensive rating Hornets as of right now, then, like, I don't understand what Nick Nurse is doing. He should have called a timeout before. Like, should have put Tyrese Maxey back to stop the game in the fourth quarter.
Listen, man, there was like a 14-3 run early in the game. Then there was like a 16-0 run, I think. And I don't believe Nurse called timeouts, or maybe only one, like during both of those stretches combined. I feel like this is one of those games where he just let it go, and it was just ugly, man. And yeah, Maxey did not play well at all, and the whole team sucked.
And it's like, Nick Nurse didn't even think about putting Andre Drummond inside the second half. He only played him inside the first. When you're going against somebody blowing you out in rebounds and in points too.
Yeah. Nurse had no answers, man, and neither did the team. I mean, like I said, for me, the biggest thing that I'm mad about is that Nurse did not do anything to get this team fired up. They just played with the same energy from start to finish. They did not care.
Like, and we already had a comeback against them before inside, like, the first game that we played against them. How come we couldn't do that? Like, we could have narrowed the lead down. I can understand if we lost by a couple of points. But, like, losing by 37 to the Hornets is weird.
It's terrible. Terrible,
Like,
man.
I just don't like that game. I promise you.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Good call, bro. Good call. Yeah, that game was brutal, man. That game was absolutely horrible. Everybody from start to finish did not play well. Like I said, I know a lot of people are going to look at Maxey, VJ, deservedly so. I think people look at Maxey to be that guy who can step up and, you know, lead even when Joel's not there, based on what we saw at the beginning of the season. Again, I think it goes both ways. I don't think Maxey should always have to be the guy to shoulder the burden, especially a guy that's playing, 40 minutes a game. But also he has to be better. And right now, this team looks more and more like we saw a couple years ago, where they need Joel Embiid to be on the floor. Like, remember a couple years back where if Joel didn't play, the Sixers get blasted by 40 points. It's a shame that that's what it come to, what it's come to. But, again, it wasn't only Joel Embiid out today. It's Paul George, who is another max player. Another max player. I still don't understand the people always, looking at Maxey to be the fall guy with everything, but he's got to play better than he has this last couple game stretch. Is he tired? Is he, I don't know. I think he's just tired. I think that's what it is. He just doesn't look the same. He doesn't look the same. And more than the offense, though, again, it's the defense. They don't play defense at all. They played like they didn't care, like they just got off a flight, like the game was rescheduled and they didn't like it, and they just didn't care. That's how they played. And to me, that's more of the coach getting things in order. All right, back to the phones we go. 856. Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, hello. What do you think of Jared McCain's stretches in the game today?
Jared McCain was the only good spot for the Sixers tonight, but honestly, I don't even care about it. I mean, they got beat by 50, man.
Yeah, they got beat by 50, and that's I get Maxey and VJ had horrible games, but in my opinion, you need Embiid and Paul George on the floor. Even if it's the Hornets,
absolutely,
you need all of them. And they have to make some move at the deadline because Quentin Grimes is not working right now. I'm so happy they didn't give him the deal that he wanted in the offseason. Because
could you imagine that, man? If they gave Grimes 4 years, $100 million, oh boy, that would not age well.
Yeah, and I'm kind of mad there's no trade clause because, honestly, if he didn't have the trade clause, we should trade him, but we really can't do nothing about it.
Well,
so,
I'm hoping at this point, man, I'm hoping that they get Grimes to agree to want to be traded. Maybe say, hey, Grimes, we're going to send you to a spot where you can kind of, bounce back and re-up your trade value before the end of the year, before you want to try to get a contract. That's really the only hope at this point. Otherwise, he will be here for the rest of the year. And it sucks, man, because coming into the year, we said, yeah, this guard rotation is so freaking deep. And we have Grimes and McCain off the bench, and neither one of them have really done anything consistently. If those two were a good tandem off the bench, this team would be in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, and one last thing, I saw the people are talking about the Drummond trade, that shouldn't happen in my opinion. I love Bona, but we need Drummond's rebounding right now, and that he's trying to get under the salary tax, which is kind of stupid because he's a billionaire.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. Great call, man. Thanks for calling in. Call back. Yeah, if Drummond gets traded next week, which, by the way, the trade deadline's in a week and a half, and they stick it right in the middle of the Sixers West Coast trip. Tell you what, man, if the 76ers go into that deadline and they just trade Drummond and get a second round pick or something like that, then they're not serious about winning. And like the caller said, they're just trying to duck the luxury tax, and that way Josh Harris doesn't have to pay tax. I think that would be a terrible decision. I do not think Bona has played like a backup center like we've all developed him or wanted him to develop into. What do you know? 76ers fans and off-season jump shot videos. Off-season jump shot videos and Adem Bona. And here we go again. We think that the 76ers are going to take, some guy's going to take a leap, and we see an off-season jump shot video, shooting threes in a corner. We're going to be fine. And then what happens? More of the same. More of the same. More of the same. I don't know, man. Give me your thoughts in the chat. We'll take a few more callers here. I don't know what to say about this game, man. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, how do we feel, man? How do we feel? I'm just frustrated, man. I am. I'm frustrated. But just an ugly game. Just an ugly game. Someone in the chat says Maxey's getting overplayed. Possibly. I mean, we said that at the beginning of the season, right? Like he was playing 42 minutes a game. I think Maxey's averaging more minutes than any player in the last like 12 years. So, I don't know, man. It's frustrating. But Nurse has to take a hold of this team. Like now you're finally starting to get more of a consistent lineup on the floor. If you're Nick Nurse, like you have to get a hold of this team and win games. There's no more excuse, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. Busy Bee says Grimes can get packaged and shipped out too. Yeah, I mean, something's got to happen at this point. All right, go back to the phones, man. Let's see. Let's go to the Discord. We got our guy Fredo on the Discord. Fredo, what you got for me, man?
What's up, RB?
What's good?
This one was nasty. We got blew out early. So I feel like getting blown out early, you kind of settle in so you're not mad at the end of the game. But this was, this was just nasty. Kelly Oubre had a good game, but I mean, same stuff defensively, just letting guys wide open. I don't even know what to talk. I don't even know what to make of this game. This is just terrible.
There's nothing to even talk about, man.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah. I don't even know why I'm taking more calls. I feel like I want to get people's thoughts so that I don't think I'm crazy. Because what I just witnessed in that game was like, was that even an NBA game, man? Someone in the chat said we would have had a better chance with our G Leaguers on the floor tonight. And I'm like, damn, man.
They probably would have played harder, but I mean, for one, there's one thing I do want to say for all the dummies that like to say this team is better off without Embiid. I guarantee, as good as Maxey has been playing this year, I guarantee no Embiid, we're a below 500 team, we're not making the playoffs. He's been the guy for a reason for a very long time. Injuries, no injuries. A Joel Embiid at 50% is still better than 90% of the league. So for all the trade Embiid guys, go ahead and trade him if you want to. You'll be seeing stuff like this way more often. Maxey, I don't have too much. I can't say anything bad about Maxey because I know he's out there giving 100% effort. He's going to have some games where he's just not hitting. Unfortunately, it's kind of stringed along like the last 4 or 5 games. He's been starting out slow, not really playing how we've seen him at the start of the season. But I have nothing bad to say about Tyrese Maxey at all. I have nothing bad to say about VJ because he's a rookie, so VJ's allowed to make mistakes. I don't know, but some trades definitely got to be made. Some trades definitely have to be made. Grimes, I could care less for Grimes right now, man. He's missing so many wide open shots. We thought we had a guy coming off the bench, 16, 17 points, and it's just
brutal.
Missing wide open shots. We've missed so many wide open layups as a team. It's disgusting to see. McCain, I still hope, because McCain's young. It's only his second year. He's coming off of a brutal injury. I'm still hoping McCain could get better, but if not, they'll have to move on from him, unfortunately. But if they do, at least you could probably get something for him because of his upside, but I don't want to see McCain go. I still have hope in him that he'll get better. But McCain's missing a lot of easy shots that we seen last year. He was knocking them down with the confidence of, like he looked like Stephen Curry, that much confidence where he was begging PG for the ball in an Orlando game, shooting in people's faces.
And you know what's crazy, man? When we think about Joel's knee injuries, right? Like there's a perfect example of what a knee injury can do to you. Like look at Jared McCain, right? From last year to this year. And that's why it's even more shocking on how good Joel Embiid looks right now based on like what he's went through.
He looks great in every game. He's getting better mobility defensive wise. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was like sometimes you kind of want him off of the floor because he couldn't play defense. Now he's able to play pick and rolls and switch on the guards, and you're comfortable with leaving him out there on the perimeter with a guard because he's so lengthy. He's able to stop on a dime more than like if this was early in the year. I'll take the Knicks game for an example. If this was early in the year, having Jalen Brunson run at him full speed and then snatch him back, you would see Embiid at the baseline because he wouldn't have been able to stop himself. Now he's able to stop, put pressure on that knee, getting a better guard in position to contest the shot. But yeah, I hope it isn't a confidence issue with Jeremy King because he has to understand how good he is for what he did as a rookie.
Yep.
So, but if it is, I hope he gets his confidence back because I love to see Jeremy King work out on this team with a VJ that's only going to continue to get better, with a Maxey that's taking strides. I mean, Maxey has improved every single year.
Yep.
But, and I also think Maxey's stretch of bad games has to do with him playing so many minutes.
Yep.
Maybe his legs just aren't under him certain games. He's tired, but like I said, nothing bad to say about him at all. But yeah, some trades definitely need to be made.
Agreed, man.
I don't think a coaching change in the middle of the season would be good for the team, but at the same time, Nick Nurse has gotta I don't know. There's definitely better coaches out there. I say that for sure that makes adjustments and stuff like that. But
yeah. Nah, I agree with you, man. Fredo, good call, man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yep.
Good to hear from you, man. Shout out Fredo on the Discord. He made a good point about Joel there. Again, like all the Embiid super fans, and again, I've always been an Embiid guy. Like I've been big on Joel Embiid for a long time. Like I've defended him against everything and anything. But like he said, the highlight that we were looking at earlier this year was on the defensive side of the ball. Like he really couldn't get lift on that knee. He wasn't back into form. Thankfully, he recovered after he was out for like 9 games and he came back and he started looking really good. And now it's like the team's so used to playing through Embiid that now Maxey can't find it by himself. So again, it's just like that ongoing identity crisis, and it's just frustrating to endure sometimes. All right, we're going to get over to the couple final callers. If you want to chime in, go ahead and call the phone number on the screen or join in on our Discord. A lot of great calls tonight and love to hear from all of you. Now, before we do that, got to go give a shout out to our partner of the show over at Sleeper. We make our picks every game and we monitor throughout. You can do the same by using our code PhillyTake when you download the Sleeper app. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Please gamble responsibly. We went Andre Drummond over 8.5 boards in this game. He finishes at 7. We went over Maxey, not even worth looking at it, 6 points. Worst game of the season for Maxey. We had VJ on the over 17.5. He went for 9. And we had Brandon Miller over 20.5. He goes for 30. He had 4 threes in the third quarter in like 4 minutes. And once I saw that coming out of halftime, I'm like, yep, say goodbye. This game is over. Brandon Miller's a great player. Like I said, the Charlotte Hornets are a really fun young team. I think Knipple's a great connector piece for them. I do think they need to get like 1 or 2 more really solid pieces. They drafted Tadon Salwan. Hasn't worked out. Can they get kind of that versatile big who can help space the floor a little bit? If they do that, we'll really start to see whether or not Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, these guys are like winning players, right? Or if they're just putting up empty calorie stats on a bad team. But Brandon Miller, I've always thought is a pretty good player. He needs to stay on the floor. Same thing with LaMelo Ball. But these guys are pretty good players. So shout out to the Hornets. They played really well today. They played with a lot of energy, a lot of cohesion, a lot of flow. And we went 1 for 4 again on our picks. So not a good night, but if you think you can outpick me, go download the Sleeper app and check it out. All right, we'll go back to the phones to wrap it up. If anybody has thoughts, call in. We'll go to our closer, Cool J, on the Discord. Cool J, what's up, man?
Yo, RB.
What's up, man?
It feels like we've really traveled back in time for this game. It looks like 2020, like the 2025 Sixers than this current Sixers team, because this was, geez, it was just hard pill to swallow.
This was a blast from the past, man. This was like last year, just it was almost a mirror image of what we had to endure and sit through every game.
Yeah, like everything that went wrong with this game did go wrong. Like our starters really went, single digit. We're in single digits. The only person that made double digits was Kelly Oubre, but that wouldn't be enough. Like, and I looked at the third quarter. Look at the back of the third quarter, and we only scored we didn't really score any points. We scored like the lowest amount of points in the third quarter, and that's probably our worst third quarter we've had this whole season. And it goes back to Nick Nurse not coaching very well, and goes back to that, and not being good with rotations, not making any plays. And it goes back to the players as well, and we'll put that on them. I don't know what's going on with Maxey. He's not been doing well. BJ didn't do good at all. Barlow didn't really do good at all.
The whole team was terrible, man.
And it's right now did not do well at all.
Whole team was brutal, bro. Whole team was horrible.
And I I go back to Fredo said about Jared McCain has not been himself. Also not been himself at all this season. After the injury, he hasn't really been playing well. He's I don't know what's going on. Probably things BJ's been outshining him. And he just goes back to that mentality. He's still part of this team. He still can he knows the potential he can do, and just goes back to still if he can do it or not. And also because Joel Embiid and Paul George this is, I hope this is literally the nail in the coffin. You got to have them play back to backs. And I know they have injury management with them, but Joel Embiid is a corp. You're paying these guys millions of dollars, and you have them here for a while, and you made that contract which I still find is literally a big mistake. But it is what it is. But you have to play consistently, because this team, we know how this team can be. When the whole team is together, and if one person goes down. And we see this whole team goes down the toilet. So we got to figure that out.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying here. That's why it's hard for me to be mad, when Joel and PG aren't on the floor. We need them on with these other guys in order to be our best version. I mean, that's pretty common sense, right? But when you come out and even if you're shorthanded, you play like you just don't care. Maybe Maxey and VJ are freaking tired from playing 40 minutes a game and having to shoulder the burden early in the season. But, it's just, you can't come out and play a full game like the way you did today. It was just unacceptable effort.
And that goes for all the other games too. They haven't really been playing, very well. And even if those games were close, it still doesn't excuse them from not winning those games. You got to start doing things now. And I hope we are all hoping that when we get to the trade deadline, that they don't deduct the tax again. Because if they do that, then we pretty much know what this team is. They're not contenders. They're just trying to just bluffing around, in the office. So I hope that that we actually do fix this. We gotta win these next couple of games.
Yep.
And we go to the Bucks tomorrow, and you're going down without Giannis, and Joel Embiid and Paul George are playing that game. So we got to I expect this game, to win a couple more games with the whole team together, because this is absolutely nasty, disgusting. Anywhere you say, for bad, this game was just bad.
Agreed. Cool J, great call, my guy. As always.
Of course, for having me in.
Shout out Cool J on the Discord. Great call to wrap us up. I don't have anything else to say about this game. It was utterly atrocious. Sixers go down 130-93. They lose by 37 points. Realistically, they lost by 50. And time to throw it in the trash, burn the tape, and you better come out and make a statement tomorrow night against the weak Doc Rivers-led Milwaukee Bucks. If you don't do that, sell at the deadline, and I've had enough. Maybe I'm overreacting, but give me a break, man. I shoveled a lot of snow today. We all did. It's been a wild day. Sixers go down on a Monday afternoon after a reschedule. They get blown away by the Charlotte Hornets. Second of a back-to-back coming up tomorrow. See how they do. Sixers Game Day Live show presented by National University. Postgame Live presented by Sleeper. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Forget about this game, and we'll never come back to it. But come back to Philly Take with RB. Best community in the world. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace.